Well, hello everybody and welcome. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door. I think rattled is the word and stressed. My apologies, first of all. We are 9 minutes late for the Saturday Super Stream because my TV has decided that it's not going to work, despite having worked perfectly every time I've used it and not offering me the chance to do what I want to do with this remote. Very weird. I did hoover the office this morning. So I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've touched, but the TV has decided to deprogram itself. And you would think you could just switch it off and very simply do it. But no, there's about 150 menu screens. So I've had to scramble and move quickly to get into this. So I've got the iPad for now and for later. It'll be more of an issue now watching on iPad than it will later on. So we'll try and tune in now to Bournemouth v Watford. Obviously, I'm going to be a little bit behind the normal Sky feed. Go figure. Buy Sky TV and do all of that good stuff. So we won't like that. But hey, I'll actually have some time. As you can see, I did my normal routine. Have a nice relaxing bath, get out, get ready to go. And yeah, nothing worked. So very, very stressful. I'll calm down soon. But you know the normal plan for the Saturday Super Stream is, and I should have something I can bring you up on the screen to explain. I promise I'll have a look at Bournemouth Watford in just a sec. But and should be, as you can see down there, 1:30 Bournemouth Watford. We did a second half. 2:30 we'll look at the teams for the 3 o'clocks. 2:55 we'll predict our first goals, and then we'll get into the reaction. It's all going to be on 2 iPads today, and maybe my phone as well. But we'll try and get everything sorted with the TV. Probably a case if I read the instruction manual of pressing about 5 buttons and we're all sorted. But unless you have the time to be able to do that, then you're struggling, aren't you? So we will try and catch you up. What's my normal intro? Let me know if you can see me, hear me loudly, clearly, blah, blah, blah. Let me know if you're in the chat. Do. And we need to give a quick shout out, of course. We can't forget our fan sponsor, David. Found the channel, happy to support great content. And for goodness sake, let me know what has been happening. Let me get my hair at least to fall in vaguely the right position. What has been happening in Watford versus Bournemouth. We are level at the moment, 0-0, and I will, as a matter of course, bring up the teams because, as ever, I have not watched the first half. And, oh, God. Oh, I'll be myself in about 10 minutes when I've gotten over the gremlins, the ghost in the machine. And there we go. There are the teams. Begovic in goal for Bournemouth. Smith and Kelly, the fullbacks. Cook, Carter Vickers at centre-back. Pearson starts, Lewis, Cook and Lerma with him in midfield. Stanislas, Solanke, Danjuma. I think it was Surridge who started in the week against Cardiff. Pearson certainly didn't start either, did he? For Watford, looks all fairly similar other than Gosling, I think, from midweek. Backman in goal. Firmino and Messina, fullbacks. Cathcart, Sierralta. Centre-backs, Cleverly Hughes. Chalobah back in and Sargel Pedro. And Sema up top. The game so far, the numbers tell us, I guess, has gone in Watford's favour from what I can see there. 8 shots to 4, 61 on the possession, 1 big chance to 0, but 1 shot on target to 0 in Bournemouth's favour. And here come Bournemouth into the box. Big opening there for Danjuma and just blocked on the line. Let's get into the comments and hopefully you can feel my pity here. What do we got here? There we go. Right. Okay. Hi, everybody. Let's go, champ. Hello. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Of course, I've just had a wash. Routine, isn't it? Afternoon, everybody. I'll do it myself later. I don't need to get a man in, but yeah, nightmarish stuff here. Corner for Bournemouth. I'll give you a time sync if you do want to sync up with me. It's going to be harder to see as well on an iPad, dribbled in from the left-hand side. Right, let's get my hair out of my face and let's get you a time check. So I'm not watching on a satellite feed. I'm watching on an internet feed. And I'm going to be at 55:30 in. And I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Sync there. 55:30. And we'll try and get into this. I'll try and get over the technical gremlins. I have got my iFollow set up for Ipswich over there on the laptop. That is ready to go. That seems to be working. But yeah, we just need to get the TV sorted out. Here comes Sar in off the right, knocks that on to Cleverly. You know what? This is a nightmare. I'm actually going to move that right forward next to the microphone. So I'm going to be proper staring down at it. But hey, very bright sunshine at Bournemouth. Here comes Lewis Cook down the right. He plays that into central midfield. Good ball to Lerma, who drives forward. Oh, Lerma plays it through and they're in, and it's a good save by Backman. Danjuma was in there, one-on-one. Big chance for Bournemouth. There's a good switch of play by Lewis Cook. And then Lerma does well, drives through and plays Danjuma in. Here comes Sar, the other end there. Sar plays it into Cleverly. Cleverly, good save. Really, really open. Both sides could have scored there in the last minute. Cleverly holds his head. I hope the first half was this good. Sar then just countering Danjuma's chance. Lovely little run and slide through. And you can argue both players should score their chances there. Big chances for both sides in this one. Danjuma in at one end. We're now going to see that. Lerma slips him through. Just goes on the inside of Firmina. Good save by Backman, who comes out to narrow the angle. I'd give the keeper more credit for the Bournemouth chance than for the Watford chance. Danjuma going with the right foot. The other end, it's more a case of Cleverly kind of puts it fairly close to the keeper, I would suggest there. Although Watford have just tweeted, incredible saves at both ends. The collections for both dances, everybody. Sort my hair out. Right, let's get back into the comments. I think we're good now. Lovely shirt, Ben. Reminds me of a girlfriend I had one summer in Amiens. Very, very nice too. What else have we got? Hi to Brandon. They know you're watching, so they've turned it up. I hope so. Lerma's gone down. Remember, guys, in the comments, you are a little bit ahead of me. So I'm only just seeing these handbags now for the first time. Lerma's gone down. Chalobah around him. Annoyingly, I'd be all over this. Let me just see if the other iPad gives me a quicker feed there. No, it's not even going to bother playing it. Joy. Linesman and referee having a good chat here. I haven't seen a replay yet. I've got no idea what happened there. Every one of the players, apart from the two keepers, seem to be trying to involve themselves in this conversation. There's a yellow card out for somebody. I think that's for Jeff Lerma, possibly, who's just got tapped on the back. I don't know. Or is the referee just holding out? So Chalobah's got the yellow card. I still haven't actually seen what happened. Chalobah's doing this, saying, "Cry me a river." And Sky still haven't shown us the replay. Here it comes now. Oh, dear. So Lerma basically takes a ride on Chalobah's back, literally climbs up and piggybacks on him. They spin around together. Chalobah's got his back to him and tries to sort of sweep him off like that. Of course, his hand hits the face of Lerma, and Lerma goes down. So obviously the argument to be against violent conduct. But remember, there is a line in that law that says about force, doesn't it? Unless force is negligible. I think the term they use is strikes an opponent. So I guess if there's a professional footballer on your back, you want to get him off your back, don't you? Woodgate is getting involved with the fourth official now. And the game's actually going to restart. And Jack Wilshere just arrives. He's just been to the toilet, I think. Nice. Just walks through the tunnel while all that's going on. Thinks, what's going on here? The free kick is knocked forward long. And they're in behind, and it's in the net. Amazingly poor concentration from Watford. Their brains were totally somewhere else, because it's literally one huge free kick down the ground there. I think it must have been Steve Cook that took it. And that was the assist for the goal. It just went all the way over the top. Danjuma runs into it. I don't think he took a touch, and just slams it into the net. Watford completely lost their bearings there. Oh, that's tight on the offside. Through goes Danjuma, bounces once. It's a nice finish. He catches Bachmann out, and I don't think Bachmann's expecting that shot to come in at that speed and that angle, and he just gets him on his near post. I'd like to see that offside call again. It's good from Danjuma, because I suspect Bachmann thought that it would be crossed to Dom Solanke, but it's Bournemouth 1, Watford 0 in our 12:30 kickoff. And even though I'm having all the technical gremlins you could imagine, we have a goal within a few minutes of starting watching this one. 60 minutes and 50 seconds. The goal is timed at. Let's get to your comments. What have we got here? Go, 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 go. Lovely stuff. What else have we got? Keeper low on the front post. Yeah, he caught him out, didn't he? Caught him out. And afternoon to QPR forever in the chat. There. Sema looks like he's won a foul down the left-hand side off Smith. Very needly game, this one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to close the chat, or I'll just close it on my screen. So if you are ahead of me, I'm not influenced by knowing anything before it's happened, okay? So free kick to Watford down the right-hand side. It's going to come in right-footed and headed away up in the air. And Begovic manages to grab this, kind of reach over everybody's head there and grab the ball. Cisco Munoz looks on. His side are trailing. And why don't we bring up the live league table and see what that means for the top of the table. So Watford, well, while they had a point, they were going into second spot above Brentford. But they're now behind, and that now puts Bournemouth, incredibly, having dropped out of the playoffs. Currently, they're back up in fifth, although that could obviously all change in the 3 p.m. kickoffs. Cleverly knocks that in for Sema. Sema tries to cross and wins a corner. I don't know what's going on West Ham and Man City, by the way. I think it's level, isn't it? Corner for Watford. Sema pops that in left-footed, headed up in the air by Chalobah, tries an overhead kick. And anytime you do one of those in the penalty box with someone nearby, you know you're going to get whistled for a high foot. And Chalobah duly does. One. Nice. Bits, don't worry about it. When it gets to 3 p.m, it's less of a problem. It's only really a big problem in this game. And I will just carry on and do my job. And however people want to act in the chat is up to them if they want to go ahead of me. You can obviously sync up with me if you want the real-time experience. I will be at 65:30 in 3, 2, 1, sync. Thank you, Owen. Maybe we can pay a man to fix my TV. Thank you, sir. You're the king of the bin as well. First one today. 65:50 on the clock. Bournemouth 1, Watford 0. Bournemouth looking to bounce back from midweek defeat against Cardiff. Manchester City have gone 2-1 up against West Ham. That will be their 1 millionth straight victory in the Premier League. Plenty of good stuff at 3 o'clock as well. We'll get the ticker going as we look at the team news. Team news will obviously be coming in about 5 minutes' time. Here's Firmino. Plays that one down the line to Sarr. Sarr plays it into the front. Fearsome old tackle, but fair, says referee. Smith comes away with it. Smith to Stanislas. Stanislas, nice feet. Edge of the box. Tries to dink it through. Looking for Dominic Solanke. But he can't quite find him. That's a horrible giveaway. And now Smith has got it again. High up, edge of the box. He wanted Pearson to come and help him out. Pearson didn't particularly much want to do that. He's now got the ball on the right. Pearson just kind of edged off it by Sema, who thought he was fouled in the build-up there. It's going to be a throw in to Bournemouth. Thank you, Anthony. Here's something towards the new TV. I just need to spend 30 minutes with it, reprogramming it, apparently, is what I need to do. But if not, the antenna's gone, which is really annoying. Back the bloom, jealous of Ipswich. Yeah, guys, if you're ahead of me, go figure. I can't do anything about it, okay? So either sync up with me or just go with it, basically. Up to you. You're the boss. Just stop telling me about it. It's blindingly obvious. Throw in down the right-hand side to Bournemouth, which Smith is going to take. Gets it back off Stanislas. Stanislas gives it back. Smith crosses in, and the ball is caught by a Bournemouth player. So I'm guessing he was offside when he got played back in. And it's a free kick to Watford. I suppose I better have a look at the Watford bench, being they have got just over 20 minutes to go and a deficit to overcome. Obvious names there at the bottom. Philip Zinkernagel can play either side of the front three. Andre Gray. Stipe Paritsi would add a bit more height as well. Up top, Dan Gosling, maybe do something against his old club. Central midfield, if you believe in those sorts of things. It's a free kick to Bournemouth. Last one of these, they scored straight from. Knocked forward by Cook. That's going to be easy for the keeper. And forward it goes. Thrown in by Messina. Messina clips that forward to Semmer, but Pearson takes it off him. Played round the corner by Lewis Kirk. And there go Lerma and Chalobah again. Re-engaging in their little handbags duel that they're having. Played up the line. Here's Saar now. Danger man. Oh, beats his man really easily. Saar hammers it across the goal. Or he tries to, and it's into the side netting. I think it's Lloyd Kelly he's up against down that left-hand side. Just absolutely flew past him there. Poor execution in the end. Beat him so easily, though. Does he go left-footed in the end? No, he tries to go right-footed. I think he's looking to do what Dan Juma did and beat the keeper on the near post there, but nothing doing. Thank you, darling. If you know how to fix the TV, come and fix the TV if you want. Lerma is down again. It's going to be a free kick to Bournemouth. I suspect Chalobah is going to get subbed in to stop himself getting sent off in the next 5 minutes. A very physical battle between those two in central midfield. You love to see it, but often ends in a red card, doesn't it? Often to the player who's on the losing team as he gets more frustrated. Hooked clear and headed on by Chalobah to Saar. He gets it back. Nice ball by Chalobah up the line. There's a foul on João Pedro up the top end. Right, Dan Gosling's coming on. And Lazar is coming on. I don't believe I've seen him since he signed. Akraf Lazar, who I can't tell you a lot about, to be honest. It says defender on SofaScore, so possibly a change of shape abound for Watford. See what Cisco has got up his sleeve. Jack Wilshere is going to come on as well for Bournemouth. Lazar was at Wednesday under Bruce. What position did he play, Jim? Give us a heads up. Watford going to try and play out the back here. Give and go between Messina and Semmer. I suspect Semmer thinks he's probably about to get subbed, doesn't he? Moving a little bit quickly there, the left winger. Messina again. Hughes, who I've barely mentioned. Chalobah. And foul by Pearson. He says what for. Goes through the back of Cleverly. I'm guessing that Gosling will come on for Chalobah to stop him getting booked or sent off. But the subs have not happened yet. Looks like they're going to take the free kick first. Watford cleverly puts that one in, headed out by Lerma. Dan Juma sorts that out in the left back position. Dan Juma, the goal scorer. And here come Watford again. And Saar tries to win a corner, but Kelly deals with him at that time. And it's a goal kick to Bournemouth. Right, here come the changes. So Lazar and Gosling are going to come on for Watford. Curious to see what shape change is actually going to happen. Yeah, Chalobah, as expected, comes off. Bit of a red card risk at the moment. And Gosling will come on. That'll be a straight swap. Stanislas comes out for Wiltshire, so I guess Wiltshire will just play front left or possibly central midfield. Lazar has come on, and if they give me a wide shot of the pitch, I'll tell you where he's gone. Messina's gone off, so it looks like just straight swaps by Watford there. Lazar will go and play left back, and Gosling will play central midfield. In terms of Wiltshire, pass. Solanke chasing in. There, and Backman gets the clearance. Right now, I really want CCV on a permanent. Good player. I've always liked him. We had him at Ipswich on loan, and he's had several loans, hasn't he? Just needs to find himself a club, but strong, sturdy defender, isn't he? Carter Vickers. Certainly been a bit of a hit wherever he's been. In fact, he was one of the first members that he actually played in the middle of the fabled Sheffield United back three before John Egan signed. He was there on loan. Then Ipswich got him on loan. Then where else did he go? Swansea, Luton, and now Bournemouth this season. He's been all over the place, hasn't he? Here's Sir Altus, 76.55 in the clock. I understand you may be a little bit ahead of me if you're watching on satellite feed. Mine has gone down, most frustratingly. But we will soldier on, and I'll get less grumpy during the feed about it. Ooh. And if I'm grumpy with anyone in the chat, apologies ahead of time. I'm actually annoyed at the TV, not at you. What are you doing, Fitz? Definite American theme amongst Ipswich fans today. Optimistic for a change after 13 years of Marcus Evans. Possibly coming to an end. Let's not count our chickens. Afternoon, Bazzy. Welcome. Oh, Backman slips over there. Embarrassing moment for him, but not while anything meaningful was happening. Here comes Sir Alta. Sir Alta plays it out to cleverly to Hughes. Not entirely sure why Watford are wearing white today. I guess the black shorts and whatnot would clash with Bournemouth, but I suppose for penalty decisions that makes a difference, doesn't it, if the socks are the same colour. Here come Bournemouth on the break. Dan Juma drives up the left-hand side, but it's out for a goal kick. Dan Juma looking a little bit more like the sort of player that started the season, who I was very excited to see in the Championship. Hasn't quite panned out. I thought he would really take to the division. I think some injury issues sort of put paid to that. Off comes Dom Solanke. Shane Long is going to come on. Almost looks like Woodgate is rotating Long and Solanke a little bit. They're going to share the minutes in the number 9 position. Obviously, Shane Long came in after Josh King left for Everton. Here's Hughes, right-hand side. I have to say, Watford don't have the look of a team that's going to equalise at the moment. If I'm a Watford fan, I'd want Sarr on the ball, and I'd want Hughes and Cleverly pushing on from central midfield. They're both quite deep. Perhaps a little switch of personnel higher up the pitch might have been the thing, but Munoz puts on a left back and a central midfielder, and that left back Lazar has just been penalised for a tug on the shirt of Smith. Afternoon, Ali Sadiq. Bristol City win today, says Dennis. odds of a Watford penalty coming. Always good. But no Troy Deeney to take it, hey? Thank you, guys, putting the team news in. We'll get a proper look at that when this one has finished. Cleverly in the left-back position. Bournemouth looking fairly comfortable, I'd say, with this 1-0 lead. They haven't managed to get Wilshere on the ball yet. But here comes Sierralta, who's got a bit of urgency about him. Steps out of defence, plays it wide. Good play by Sierralta. Firmino coming down the right wing. That's poor from Firmino there. He plays it straight into Jeff Lerma. And here come Bournemouth on the break. There is Wilshere to Dan Juma. Dan Juma goes across the box. Lewis Cook stands up to the back post. That's going to be easy for Backman. I like the sound of this, Wolf. The 1-5-5-0 formation for Millwall today. Looking forward to it. Beauty God, it's lovely here and here. Extended dog walk for me this morning. Fantastic. Really lovely, lovely day. The world feels good. We're on the road to recovery. The sun's out. Ipswich might be taking over. But my effing TV doesn't work. Right. Stipe Paritza is going to come on. Oh, David. Bit lackluster from your boys today, my friend. And I'm not really seeing the urgency for an equaliser, I have to say. Temperature up there. I don't know, but I'm in shorts and a short sleeve t-shirt, and I've got the fan on, although I do have the two big lights pointing at me, so it gets very, very hot in here. Here comes Hughes down the right-hand side, and out it goes. Yeah, I think if big dollars are coming in for Ipswich, they're not going to be given to Mr. Lambert. I think the plan is it's Paul Cook. Sema is off and Paritz is on. So I guess Paritz will play in the middle and João Pedro will go and play on the left. Crossed in, flicked on and headed clear by Bournemouth. The Gosling knocks it off to Lazar. Nice feet by the left back, and then a dreadful shot with his right foot. He did the first bit really nicely, actually. That's tremendous, Chris. Have you tried whacking the TV with a shoe? It worked in 1968. Honestly, simpler days. It says tune the TV, and I'm looking at that, and it's like, well, where do I start? There's about 5 up buttons, 5 down buttons, a couple of rights, a left, loads of colours. I don't know. And there we go. We want it fixed. We wanted to do Wycombe Norwich tomorrow, didn't we? I have the back door open, a sweltering 12 degrees here in Antrim. Yeah, we'll be all over the lineup soon, Dan, after this one. I've got 84:35 on the clock on my feed here. In fact, I can tell you how far my feed is behind real life because SofaScore will tell me, yeah, that it's actually, yeah, so I'm the thick end of a minute behind the internet causes. Annoyingly. Here comes Siralta. She's playing it round the back here, Watford. Where's the urgency? Siralta to Sarr, who's all the way over on the left wing now. You know you win in the battle when the best player has to move off position. Pearson does well. And Smith smacked it into Gosling's face. He apologises. Oh, sorry, Cleverley's face. Philip Billing is coming on. Ben Pearson is going to come off. I would say that swap is a slightly more elegant midfielder for a slightly more battling midfielder, if that's fair on both Billing and Pearson. Big fans of both players, actually. They get in most championship teams, wouldn't they, those two? But the power of the parachutes. Bournemouth have both. And they have the 3 points at the moment, don't they? Watford have won a throw-in on the right-hand side, just close to the halfway. But they're in no hurry to get forward. Switched out to Siralta again. Siralta is in a hurry to get it forward, but is headed straight back. He plays it to Lazar. Good ball into Hughes. Hughes went direct. Bournemouth had it clear. Lerma helped it out. And João Pedro tries a magnificently flamboyant back heel to keep it in, which was good fun. Results versus top 7 for Watford. They've only beaten Norwich. 3 defeats and 2 draws in all of the other games against the top 7. I think Sky are trying to tell us that Watford underperform, well, certainly underperform in their league position against the top sides, which doesn't bode well for a playoff game, does it? Oh, into the near post by Sarr. Blocked out and then over the top. Paritza was in there. It's quite straightforward for Watford, isn't it? Try and get Sarr 1v1 with the left back and you've got a chance, haven't you? Cross took a deflection. Bouncing about there, and it ended up coming off Paritza in the end. It's a goal kick, which Begovic is now going to take. Begovic down the ground. Let's fire up the iFollow here. Ipswich versus Doncaster on that one today. Annoyingly, we would have been able to have West Brom and Brighton open on one of the other screens, but that, I'm afraid, is not going to be possible. Wilshere went through João Pedro then. I don't think he got a yellow card. In went the free kick. Nothing doing. And we are headed for stoppage time now in this one. My feed says 89:30, so if you're watching on Sky, you might be into stoppage time already. In fact, there you go. Spoiler from Sean. 6 minutes added time. New owner bounce. You know my thoughts on new anything bounce, don't you? Begovic, goal kick. I'm just seeing the 6 minutes go up now. And like I said, Bournemouth have looked fairly comfortable. It's Hughes. Wilshire's been penalised again. What's happening in Manchester City, West Ham? Is that still 1-1? João Pedro's won a corner for Watford over on that right-hand side. 2-1 Man City, is it? Yes, we did know that, didn't we? Thank you, guys. Corner goes in. They've got it clear, though, Bournemouth. Backman comes all the way up to halfway. Ooh, nearly had it taken off his toes. And then puts an awful ball across the pitch. Gets a bit lucky. No, he doesn't, because Sarr had to foul his man to even stop that. We'll look at the teams for the 3 p.m.s in just a sec. Apologies again. Technical difficulties here in my office, which I did hoover this morning, and I must have knocked something to do with the TV antenna because we are purely on iPad. It'll have less impact when we're in the 3 p.m.s than it is now, because you're probably a minute ahead of me if you're watching this one on a Sky TV feed. But when we get to the 3 p.m.s, we all react together. And we will all go down together. Begovic, huge clearance by him. I think they're going to win a throw-in from that. Wilshere, absolutely tremendous stuff from him. Literally wins the throw-in and pretends to keep on running and kind of boots it into the corner of the stadium, which I thought was quite funny. Full time, Manchester City 2, West Ham 1. If you're interested in that sort of thing, I think you already knew though that Manchester City are going to win the Premier League this season, aren't they? Miles clear, aren't they? Oh, nice turn in the corner there. Wilshere did get a yellow card, so presumably ref allowed a minute on there. Good feet from Billing. Wilshere holds it over in the corner. Little João Pedro just goes in and bumps him off the ball and takes it off him. Nice. That's ridiculous. Is it actually 20 wins? Deary me. Here I am almost moaning about FFP in the Championship. Maybe they need it in the Premier League if someone's winning 20 games on the trot. Although didn't Liverpool do that last season as well? Oh, crikey. Hughes went 50-50 with Lerma. Lerma flew in. Hughes didn't really go in for the challenge because it would have been pretty tasty if he had. S-House time, Jacob. You love to see it. Let's be honest. Every team's players do it when they're defending the lead in stoppage time. I've got 94-10 on the clock, so I'm assuming some of you lot are much, much closer to the end of the game. Watford just not looking at it, really. Sarr comes short, plays it to Hughes. Hughes clips it in, flicked forwards, headed away. Lerma, clever, gets his body in the way. Lerma, I think Lerma's wound up the Watford players a bit. He takes a big bump there again and goes down. Gosling literally tries to pick him up. Oh, dear. Lerma did well, to be fair. João Pedro absolutely leaves one on him. Both of them are massive S houses, aren't they? João Pedro leaves on, and Dan Gosling's yapping in his ear whilst he stays down. Tremendous stuff here. You love to see it. Russell don't deserve anything today, but what a bunch of diving. Yep. As a neutral, I can sit and watch and laugh. I'm sure Russell's less amused, being a Watford fan. As Lerma sprints completely unhurt up to halfway line. Here comes the free kick for Begovic. Begovic plays it forward. And we are right on the cusp of full time here. João Pedro plays it forward. Oh dear. Oh God. I don't believe that. I shouldn't laugh. That is the most stupid red card you have ever seen. João Pedro's got himself sent off. He's totally lost his temper there. And in the S-House battle, João Pedro's going to get fined for that one by Watford, isn't he? Oh, God, here we go. Here comes the Royal Rumble, everyone. Deary me, Begovic is out of his goal. Steve Cook's in there. Sierralta's going mad. Cisco's there. Someone cleverly walks Jeff Lerma away before someone punches him. Dear oh me, I still haven't seen the Dan Juma with some good advice for Lerma. Walk away, calm down. Oh, God, they're still going. Sarah's lost his temper. Firminia's lost his temper. Cook's going mad. Very frustrating day for Watford. They've got more and more fed up with Lerma's gamesmanship. Dom Solanke is on the pitch wearing a mask. This is tremendous stuff. What is going on? We still haven't seen the João Pedro. I think he just lost the ball and then he just smashed Lerma for a second yellow. Chalobah has been substituted and he's right up in chirping in Lerma's ear as well. If this goes to a playoff game between these two, Jeff Lerma is going to take the biggest tackle. It's going to be like Kieftenbeld. Jack Wilshere is going to get sent off here as well because he's already been booked. Wow. So Jack Wilshere, the sub, I think has been red carded for kicking the ball into the stand after a throw-in was given. Jack Wilshere, the player on this pitch who's played at the highest level for the most time. And I don't know whether it's whether he's mouthed off. So João Pedro's been sent off. Wilshere has been sent off. The whole thing's been bubbling for the last 20 minutes. It started with Lerma and Chalobah. Right, let's have a look at this now. So Lerma clips it forward. He slips over in the first instance, and then with his right leg, he just comes in and has a kick at Jeff Lerma, who does the right thing and walks away. Wilshere's right in the middle of it. Sarr is lucky not to get anything there. I think the full-time whistle has gone now, but wow. Bit of noodle between these two. And as I say, if this one goes to a playoff game, it could be a pretty tasty one. Sarr is still running round. My feed's still going. I'm aware that the full-time whistle's gone and that Bournemouth have won 1-0. But crazy scenes at the end of this one. Very entertaining if you're a neutral like me. But referee Harrington had a lot to deal with at the end. Dan Juma was the goal scorer. Let's see if Watford can just get Sarr and Sierralta off the pitch and Bournemouth can get Jeff Lerma off the pitch before there's any more arguing. Shane Long is literally acting as Lerma's bodyguard here. Steve Cook is having a word with referee Harrington. The Bournemouth players look pretty happy. I mean, other than that craziness at the end, Begovic is laughing away. Backman is laughing away as well. The two goalkeepers having a chat. Other than the craziness at the end, I thought Bournemouth were quite comfortable. I feel a bit sorry for referee Harrington. All the players are going over. It was the players who lost their discipline, not the referee. But yeah, João Pedro, 2 yellows. So they only get 1 match bans, both of these guys. And Jack Wilshere gets 2 yellows as well. The Bournemouth players being urged to calm down. Sky decided to put the camera right in Jeff Lerma's face, obviously. He was kind of at the centre of it all, managing to win a couple of fouls and in the process wind up pretty much the entire Watford team, I have to say. But in terms of S-housery, Lerma's nose is clean a bit. He managed to wind everyone up and then get out of the way, didn't he? Naughty boy. What do you guys say? Ding, ding, rumble on the south coast, rumble in the jumble. Bournemouth and Watford won't make the playoffs. Dennis, I'll take your money on that. I think you're going to be totally wrong about that. Lerma winds me up. Well, I mean, he's wound up half the Watford team there, hasn't he? Love a bundle. Yeah. John Cena runs on the pitch. Nice. Message the team on Insta. Thanks, Iain. We'll have a look. Is it kicking off in the tunnel? Are they still going? Deary me. Deary me. Ben Fat. You can imagine Ben Foster standing there with his GoPro filming all of it. Was there 3 red cards? Pass. I only saw 2, unless some of the staff got sent off. SofaScore says 2 red cards, although one of the staff could have been sent off, or one of the subs could have been sent off. Who knows? Who knows? Said Cleverly was sent off. Could be a mistake. I didn't see that, but I could have missed that as well. Anyway, it was Bournemouth 1, Watford 0. I only saw the second half, but Christ alive, plenty happened in that. Didn't it? There are the numbers. 63-37 on the possession for Watford, 12-7 on the shots. Only 1 shot on target for Watford in the game, though. 5 corners to 4. 1 big chance apiece. I'm guessing it was Cleverly's chance when Sarr played him in. There was that quick bang where Dan Juma had a chance at one end, and then Cleverly did at the other. Let's have a look at the league table. It was Dan Juma with the goal, and then the Royal Rumble in stoppage time. Let's just take that banner off the screen. So Watford have lost after a 4-game win streak. They are on 60 points with 13 games to go. Let me bring up the trusty 10-year average spreadsheet, which tells us that your average 10-year total for automatic is 84 points, which leaves Watford with a lot to do if 84 is going to be automatic this season. It might not be. We never know. But I always like to put a bit of meat on the bone in terms of, rather than just pulling numbers out my backside like plenty of people do. So if 84 was the number, Watford would need 24 points from 13 games, which is just shy of 2 points per game. Obviously, they haven't hit that for the remainder of the season. Bournemouth, I think, given what's happened and the manager change, just got to stay in those playoff spots. And they're in there, but a draw for Reading. No, I'm wrong about that. 37, no. So a win for Reading, a win for Cardiff would put Bournemouth back out of the playoff spots, but they'll be very, very pleased to have recorded that win. Probably the biggest win so far for Woodgate. Bang, crash, wallop. Sorry, let me just put some charge in my phone before we go into the 3 p.m.s. That's how the table is looking right now as things stand. I wonder if I can... I'm using this blooming recipe stand, I think it is, of Shaley's. We just put that there. Be sod's law now if the TV actually falls over. Be just my luck with technology today. Right, let's read your comments and then we'll get in to we'll get into the 3 p.m. teams. What have we got here? Am I watching Soccer Saturday? We'll put Soccer Saturday on the iPad. Obviously, I'll be a minute behind, but we'll get all the goal updates. We'll get all the goal updates on the Bet365 app, so we'll get that nice and quick. Ben Tech, awful, isn't it? Ben Tech, eh? Hello, Charlie. Welcome along, my friend. What happened at the end of the game? Handbags. Oh, yeah, good point about the Pepsi can. Am I living on the edge? Chris, the most fractious game of the season. João Pedro's red will hurt more than Wilshire's, as Chalobah is also suspended for accumulating 10 yellows. More even second half with loss of focus and goalkeeping error costing Watford. I agree. Let's have a look at some of the 3 p.m. team news now, and I will create the banner down the bottom as we go. So in the Premier League, there's one 3 p.m. and it is a dearly departed game. And that game involves, we'll do this one first, get it out of the way, and then we will move on to our championship ones. That game does indeed involve West Brom and Brighton. There is that West Brom team. And it's Johnston in goal. Sorry, let me just pop these up as we go, else they delete themselves annoyingly in SofaScore. Johnston in goal, Furlong, O'Shea. Obviously, Ajayi, did he get red carded in the last game? I'm trying to remember. I think he did, didn't he? Bartley and Townsend, Yokushlu, Phillips, Gallagher, Maitland-Niles, Pereira and Diania up front. That's our one Premier League game that we'll keep an eye on over the 3 p.m.s. Let's work our way down the table. Leaders Norwich are not playing today. So we'll go to Brentford first. It's Brentford versus Stoke. Although SofaScore have decided to put everybody up in red and white stripes with blue numbers there, which is going to be greatly helpful, isn't it? So Brentford versus Stoke. Let me just stick it on the banner. As I say, everything will delete itself. Here we go. Here are your teams. Raya in goal. That back four will not look anything like that. Dalsgaard will play right back. Pinnock will play left centre back. Reed will play right back. And Sorensen will play left back. So move everything around there. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think the SofaScore algorithm has picked that rather than anybody who's ever watched Brentford. De Silva returns. Janelt. Oh, God, what are they doing? You've got Ivan Toney in central midfield. Oh, dear. Humans over machines sometimes, at least. So we'll put Saman Ghoddos in midfield where Tony is. Swap Tony and Ghoddos and Buemo and Fosu up top. I'm sure that will rectify itself once they get their average positions come in after 25 minutes. For Stoke, Gunn. Have they got that right? Oh, my God. What have they come up with there? Nick Powell will obviously not play left wing back. So let's call that. So Norrington Davis will play left back. It'll be Chester, Bart and Suter will be the three centre backs. Tommy Smith will be the right wing back, which leaves you a midfield of Joe Allen, Thompson and John Obi. And then you'll get Nick Powell off Jacob Brown up top. Hopefully that all makes some sense. I don't know what SofaScore is doing. Jim W. Is that a normal Jim W? We've got 2 Jim W Wednesday fans. Thank you, sir. Come on, Wednesday. Good luck to Wednesday. We'll get into them in a minute. Last chance for saloon for West Brom. I would agree with that. Or maybe not last chance saloon, but it could be a really, really big win. Grimsby Harrogate for me. Nice. Lowest points for promotion was 70. Yes, it was, Anthony. Blackpool in under Iain Holloway. Let's pitch. You got to stop with the USA references. Let's go further down the table. We've already done Watford, and let's talk Swansea, who are playing Bristol City. Let me just add that to the banner. I'll pop the teams up so you can have a look. Let's hope the SofaScore algorithm is a little bit more accurate than we think it was in terms of the projected team shapes for Brentford and Stoke, which were all over the shop, weren't they? Woodman in goal for Swans. Kabango, Guay, Latabodier starts. Oh, God. No, they're not. Roberts, Bidwell will play left back, not Hurahan. Grimes and Hurahan will play central mid with Dander at 10. Ayew and Lowe will play up top. Bentley for Bristol City in goal. Again, they're all over the shop here. It will be Callas, Mariappa and Viner from what we've seen the last few games. Hunt and Tola will be the wing backs. Backinson, Narge. Palmer, probably 10 rather than 8. We'll see how attacking Nigel Pearson goes in his first full game managing Bristol City. Wells and Dieju up top. See if there's any thoughts on that team. Missing 19 players today. Well, that never helps. Yeah, I know. Well, the best one was when we did Sheffield Wednesday and they predicted Aidan Flint when he was on loan at Wednesday, hulking great centre-half, to be playing at number 10, which was mildly amusing, but very, very incorrect. Rotherham versus Reading is our next one. I will just add that into the banner. I'll put the teams up in the meantime so you can see them. Rotherham versus Reading. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there through the technical difficulties. In goal for Rotherham, Johansson. Again, have they got anyone in the wrong place there? No. Have they got the McDonald's round the right way? This is where we need Iain, isn't it? Harding, McDonald and Robertson with Giles and Olasunde wide. That looks right. Wing and McDonald. Crooks as a 10 and then a front 2. I like the sound of that from Paul Warren. That's quite attacking to have Ladapo and Smith and Crooks as a 10. It's often one striker and a 10, and then the second striker comes in later in the game. What have Reading come up with today? Raphael in goal. Yidem, Richards, Morrison, Moore. How long is it since they've been able to put that first choice back 4 on the pitch? Feels like a long, long time since Reading have been able to do that. They have been moving players about, so Rinomota may be further forward. I don't know. Let's say it'll be Rinomota and Laurent double pivot, Semedo 10, Elise and Ajari, although he has been moving them around, Paunovic, so it could be as they've put it up there on the screen. In fact, it might have been in the last game. Rinomota won a penalty, didn't he, as well, from a more advanced position at Wickham. Lucas Zhao will certainly play up top as Sky Sports are just playing back all of the comical goings-on in the end of the game, and Jeff Lerma at the centre of most of it. Anyway, we'll move on from that. And let's move on to Cardiff, who are on the mad streak. And I tweeted out earlier, Titans clashing in this one. It's Warnock versus McCarthy. There are the two teams. Borough versus Cardiff. Let me add that on to the banner. I might just actually, because I don't have the charger, turn the brightness down on the picture there. That will save a bit of battery, won't it? We are having technological problems here on the Super Stream this week. I'm without a TV, so doing everything on iPad. There we go. So there's your Borough team. Bettinelli in goal. Oh, Grant Hall returns. We haven't seen him for a while, have we? Jake Steele and Boller. I guess Jake Steele will play wing back. He's played centre back loads this season, though, hasn't he? Fry, Hall, McNair, Boller. Remember, essentially, McNair is a converted midfielder to centre back, and Jake Steele was a right back playing centre back. So you don't know if they ultimately will end up in their original positions. And then I don't know how they're going to configure that, because Howson, Mendes-Lang and Tavernier for a midfield three. There's two wingers in there, isn't there, with Tavernier and Mendes-Lang. So I don't know what Warnock's planning there. Watmore as well and Assombalonga. We'll see how that one pans out, who actually ends up where. I think we know what Cardiff are going to do, because they've done it every game for the last month or so. Phillips in goal, Morrison, Nelson, Flint, and G, Bennett, Volks, Pack, Wilson, off, Murphy, and more. Let's have a look at your comments before we go on to the next one. Get liking the stream. Absolutely. Lovely hot day. Beautiful. Did they get the McDonald's the right way round, Iain? I can't remember what they'd put. Yeah, good. Right. Bits, this has to stop. Shocking American sports references from Bits now. Repeatedly. Barnsley on the edge of the playoffs. Wouldn't have been too happy to see Bournemouth winning, but I suppose they'll back their own form. It's Barnsley versus Millwall. Let me just add that to the banner before we get into the teams. But if I don't put capital letters in that, that's going to annoy me. Gary Monk looks like he's wearing a sort of grey shirt with a brown jumper and a white shirt and a side parting. Looks like a sort of 70s detective or something. It's quite a fun look, that, actually. There's your Barnsley team. Collins, Solbauer, Hellick, Anderson, Britton, Styles, Mowat, Palmer, Morris, DK, and Woodrow. Very, very settled from Barnsley on their winning run for Millwall, who are on more of a drawing run, but still a decent run nonetheless. Sorry, let me just get me iFollow in the right spot. Go live. Papa John's Trophy. I think we're getting Indian tonight. Yes. And I'm fixing the TV. I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in. Białkowski in goal. Hutchison, Pearce, Evans. Romeo Malone. Woods, Thompson. Wallace, Williams, Bennett. Who's the striker? There's no striker in that team. I don't get it. Any Millwall fans want to help me with that one? Is Jed Wallace going to play down the middle? No, I'm not getting that at all. Sean Williams will play in midfield, won't he? Ben Thompson as a 10. Wallace and Bennett as a front two. Pass. See if there's any Millwall comments on that one. Williams on the wing. I assume that's sarcasm. Bits, please stop. Bits, stop it. Barnsley owner, Chien Lee, said that if we have a good finish, he'll invest more money into the team. You love to see it, don't you? We'll wait for some Millwall comments, but bit confused about the shape there. Bennett and Jed as striker with Tom. Yeah, so Thompson at 10 and Bennett and Wallace. Okay, interesting. So what's that? Woods and Williams in central midfield. Let's move on. Cool. Okay. We're good. We're good. Making some sense to me now. Sofa Scores having an absolute nightmare today with its team shapes, isn't it? Who next? We did Stoke already. We did Borough. We did Bristol City. Rangers. Birmingham versus QPR. Let me add that to the banner in the Paul Furlong derby you can just have a look at the teams. Sorry, I just want to read that comment. Not a false number 9, a false attack. Lovely stuff. Right, we'll go through these teams in a sec. Birmingham versus QPR. Birmingham outside of the bottom 3 at the moment. How long that will last, given Birmingham's home form, I wonder. Etheridge in goal, Colin and Pedersen fullbacks, Clark, Salter and Dean centre-backs, central Sunjic, Harper and Gardner, Bella and Sanchez wide with Hogan up top. It's settled, I guess, isn't it? There's your Rangers team. Have they gone away from the 3 at the back? No, they haven't. So that won't be correct either. So assume, oh, look at that. It changed as I was saying it. Thank you. I did that with mind bullets there, as Tenacious D would say. Dieng in goal, Barbe, Cameron, Dickey, centre-halves, Hammerlinen and Kane, wing-backs, Bull and Johansson, central. Interesting, though, Dykes out. Willett presumably off Austin and Bond. I don't know where Chair is either. He's normally a star guy for QPR. Forest played last night. Preston are playing Huddersfield in 9 minutes. We're getting there. And there are the teams. Let me just add that in. Both teams on a bit of a slide, aren't they? Preston versus Huddersfield. Preston with their strange home form as well. Jonathan Woodgate's up for an interview. I assume the first question he'll be asked is what was Jeff Lerner up to? But there are your teams. Right, Preston in goal. Iverson, Vandenberg right back. I suppose it stops Alan Brown doing it, doesn't it? Story, Hughes, Cunningham is the rest of the back 4. Whiteman and Brown gets to play central mid with Ledson absent. Gordon, Sinclair, Potts off, Evans up top. Huddersfield, Schofield, Edmonds, Green returns. Keogh and Sarr are the other 2 centre-halves. O'Brien, right back. No, he won't be. Pipper will be the right back. O'Brien may well be the left wing back. Vallejo and Bakuna. Remember, Vallejo can also play in the back. Benza, Campbell and Holmes is the rest of that team. Have we got through all of these? Now, Blackburn play Coventry in the Adam Armstrong derby, for a current reference, when I went for the Kevin Gallagher derby yesterday, although there was about 20 players who played for both. Blackburn versus Coventry. Let's get a look at those teams. Kaminsky in goal for Blackburn, Nyambe and Douglas fullbacks, Branthwaite and Lenihan centre-backs, Rothwell, Evans, Travis, Brereton, Armstrong, Elliott. No Dak in that front 3. He started in the midweek defeat against Watford. Coventry, Wilson in goal, Ostigard, McFadden and Hyam, James and McCullum wing-backs, Kelly and Shipley central midfielders. What are they doing? Right, so Darboe will obviously play right wing back. James will not be a wing back. You'd assume he'll be in central midfield, and Shipley will play off Walker. And Biamu, God, I've got my work cut out doing these blooming thingamybobs. Right, let's move on. Luton is the only one. Derby played last night, didn't they? Luton is the only one we haven't done. And I've already heard about these teams. One player of particular interest to both sets of fans, I would imagine, is Mr. Izzy Brown, who makes a rare start, but always racks up loads of key passes and a good number of assists whenever he starts in the Championship. There's your Luton team. Sluga. Oh, Christ. Potts will be full-back. Craney and Pearson. Well, Craney might be right back. Oh, my God. Pick the bones out of that. Right. Pearson and Craney then centre-backs. I don't know who the full-backs are then. Maybe Naismith will play left-back and Potts will play right-back. Pass. Tunnicliffe, Dewsbury Hall and Morell will definitely be in midfield. Could be Clark in Sadabeo in a 4-3-3. Again, we'll wait 25 minutes and the average position tech will pick up the formation there for Sofa score. Wildsmith in goal for Wednesday. Burner, Lees, Ergaheed, Penny and Harris. Brown and Bannon in the same midfield. Could be good fun. Could be open. Hutchison in there as the insurance for Patterson. And Windass up top. Let's add one more game to the banner because we've got to go to League One. And we got to, as we always do, because they're my team, got to have a look at Ipswich, haven't we? I mean, we haven't got to. I mean, there's absolutely no truth in that whatsoever, but I'm going to. There is your Ipswich team, which I already knew. Early this morning was going to be unchanged. Holly in goal, Chambers and Kenlock fullbacks, Wilson and Ciala, Bishop and Dazelle, a strange but seemingly effective double pivot, Bennett and Judge wide, Parrott off Norwood, and I'll fire you through the Doncaster team. Balcombe, Halliday, Wright, Anderson, James, Bostock and Smith. Good luck. O'Kenna-Beery, Richards, Sims and Omar Bogle. Up top for Donny. Did we manage to get there? We did. Wow. So for all of my technical ineptitude, I think we are there. I'll get us back to the championship. And my question for you at 2:55 every Saturday is, where is the first goal going to come from? Is it going to be at West Brom, where they host Brighton? Get your guesses in. Just tell me the stadium. Is it going to be at West Brom? Is it going to be at Brentford, where they play Stoke? Or Swansea, where they play Bristol City? Is it going to be at Rotherham, where they play Reading? Is it going to be at Borough? Probably not. Warnock versus McCarthy. Is it going to be at Barnsley, where they play Millwall? Or Birmingham, where they play QPR? Is the first goal going to be at Preston, where they play Huddersfield? Is it going to be at Blackburn, where they play Coventry? Luton, where they play Wednesday? Is it going to be at Ipswich, where they play Doncaster? Where is the first goal going to be? We're about to get into the 3 p.m s. Let me also know, apart from the first goal, let me know who you are watching, which game you're watching as well. You might have to write that in a different way so I don't get confused as the comments come in. Also, help me out. We would normally have Soccer Saturday on the TV. Then we would have the Premier League 3 p.m. on the iPad, and we would have Ipswich on the iFollow, but we don't have a TV. So I've got Soccer Saturday on the iPad. We'll get the Bet365 updates. But if anyone's watching the Sky game, which would be West Brom and Brighton, and whoever you're watching on iFollow, let me know. Right, we're coming up 3 o'clock. As you can see, I'm in a very grumpy mood with my TV going down. So you need to cheer me up in the chat. Let's go through your comments here. William, Bournemouth win pushed us back out of the top 6. Need to win our 7th game in a row, even if Reading lose. Come on, you Bluebirds. Good luck to Cardiff, who head to Borough. Steve, well, we don't like to hear that. Got a bad feeling about today's a Swans fan. Swansea play Bristol City. Where are we going next? Sofa scorer watching. Can anyone clip that for me? The bit where I managed with mind bullets to change the team shape when I saw the Coventry wing back in the wrong position. Deary me. Willock is the star. Well, we look forward to seeing him working his way into that team. Woods and Williams against their lively energetic attack, and he won't pick Billy Mitchell or Danny McNamara. Doesn't trust the youngsters. Mr. Rowett. Trying to cook my steak before the game start. Might have to say, don't you like it rare, Hal? I always have my steak rare. Try it. You might enjoy it, my friend. Cardiff doing the Villa 10 wins on the bounce. They may. Obviously, Villa had Grealish, Abraham, Mings, McGinn, didn't they? But we'll see. Cardiff, the only Villa, excuse me, the only team to do the 10 wins on the trot in the Championship era. Absolute stunning run that was. Sensational. What is it called when you have your steak raw? Steak tartare, is that right? Get it in Japanese, don't you? Barnsley's owner's shared worth is 9.1 million. I think you meant to say billion there, didn't you? Which would be the 5th richest by net worth in the Premier League. Shame it doesn't matter a hoot in the Championship with the FFP, but there you go. He's corrected himself. Billion, big difference. Instant impact from Joe Jordan in the coaching team. Well, in terms of there being a fight, yeah, nice. Chair on the bench, and Willett finally gets his start. Oh, I like Chair. What a shame. Never mind. Kiefer Moore will be our first 20 goals a season striker for more than 10 years. And I suppose it would have been Peter Whittingham, who wasn't even a striker, who would have been the last, would it? Liam, late to the party here. Sorry, very different hours in the US. No problem. The Bournemouth result is massive. But there's so many Swansea fans in America, isn't there? Oh, thanks, Nick. Potts, Pearson and Craney. So who will the wingbacks be? Did they get it right then on SofaScore? Be a rarity today. Right, I think these are your first goal guesses. Let's flash all of these up. Gordon's alive. Got to stop this Michelle Owen stuff. Going to start to get creepy, isn't it? There we go. We'll keep Orkwell. That sounds like something out of Lord of the Rings. Done it. There we go. Bits. It's got to stop now. We're going to put Bits in the fake news sin bin soon if he does another terrible American reference. There we go. Right. I think I need to change channels on here over to the Gillette show. Give me a minute whilst I figure out how to do that on the iPad. I promise, well, I don't promise, but I'll try my best to get the TV working for a nice watch along tomorrow. There we go. We'll keep scrolling through these. And I think we're all ready to go. There we go. Boom. I think we're all ready to go with the 3 p.m. kickoffs. This is the Saturday Super stream. Controversy. Always fun when you pick up your YouTube comments and there's someone telling someone else to F off. Hey, it's always the worry they're telling me to F off as well. But hey, quick block technique for that one. Right, let me just get Bet365 sorted up here. And then we are all good to go. It is round number 33 as all the kickoffs start to happen. I can remove that from the banner. And here we go. Ipswich have kicked off. They are 1 minute and 36 in. This is the Saturday Super Stream. As we await the first goal of the day. I tried to do something genuinely stupid then. I just got my phone down below the screen and I went with my mouse cursor all the way down to try and read a notification. Wow. 2 goals in the Championship in the first minute. Goodness me, it is Brentford 0, Stoke 1. And by God, it is Barnsley 1, Millwall 0. 2 playoff chasers, both taking the lead. And Brentford go behind early yet again. Wow. I repeat, in the first minute, Brentford 0, Stoke 1. And it's Barnsley 1, Millwall 0. Barnsley at least waited to the second minute. Goodness me. Who had Brentford for the first goal? We will see those goals in just a second on the Gillette show. Let me update the banner. We normally have to wait a few minutes for the splurge, don't we? But 2 goals straight away. And I suspect if I bring up the live league table, the Barnsley fans will be quite happy. Let's see if we can do it. Is that updated? Goodness me. Sofa scorers having absolute kittens today. Stoke scored after 27 seconds. We'll get the goal scorers in just a sec. For some reason, SofaScore doesn't actually know that Barnsley have kicked off, let alone taken the lead. But obviously they will be on 51 points. That hasn't pushed the needle too much for them. Stoke also moving up the table. But yeah, I think it's some gremlins in the SofaScore machine. Today we'll wait and have a look at the goals. Any goal scorers would be, I'll tell you what, let's look them up. We'll look them up live in front of your face here. Brentford 0, Stoke 1. Jacob Brown after 27 seconds. So I'll assume Stoke kicked off, but that's not always the case. And Brown gives them the lead early on against Brentford. And for Barnsley, there you go, the table. Well, they've got them having kicked off, but they're not aware of the goal. Yes, they are. Corley Woodrow, the goal scorer. So 2 early goals. Woodrow for Barnsley and Brown for Stoke. Here come the goals. And Sheffield Wednesday have taken the lead as well after 6 minutes. We are all go, go, go here. It was Mowatt's free kick. Popped in with the left foot. It went loose to Woodrow, who finished from close range. We're awaiting the Sheffield Wednesday goal scorer. Luton 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. I was going to say Dean Windass. Josh Windass is the scorer there. We've got 3 goals in the first 6 minutes. Big starts all over the shop here. Plymouth have scored via Watts. I was thinking it was going to be Jeffcott. Actually, Jeffcott's had a quiet couple of weeks in the super streams, hasn't he? We are waiting to see goals from Jacob Brown and Corley Woodrow. Brentford 0, Stoke 1. It is Barnsley 1, Millwall 0. And it is Luton 0, Wednesday 1. If SofaScore is working properly, I'll give you a live league table. It hadn't caught up a second ago. Wow, Millwall have equalised against Barnsley. Millwall equalising in the 6th minute. Barnsley taking the lead in the 1st minute. Millwall equalising in the 6th minute. What a start there at Oakwell. So a short-lived lead for Barnsley. And it could have been the case while they were leading that, I know Reading's goal difference is decent. That if Reading had gone behind, they would have been in the top 6. But the Reading goal difference might put paid to that. Right, here we go. We're going to see the Windass goal now for Sheffield Wednesday. Patterson down the right, crosses in low. Windass finishes on the near post. I can tell you no more than that. Close range finish from Josh Windass. I think it's Mason Bennett was the goal scorer for Millwall, the equaliser. We're still waiting to see Jacob Brown's goal for Stoke at Brentford. So Brentford behind. Watford have lost. Could be a good day for Swansea. Could be a good day for Norwich up at the top of the table. More so for Swansea. Norwich are miles ahead, aren't they? I'm assuming I didn't see the Brentford goal, but the Stoke goal, excuse me. But they've gone to Alan McNally on the Middlesbrough game. So goodness me. Right. Woodrow is a great striker. He is indeed. Very bright start so far, Steve, says Liam. I assume he's talking about the Bristol City game there. Mason Bennett on the counter. Right. Go on, Sky. Show us some goals. We're just trying to catch up this earlier splurge of goals. 4 in the first 6 minutes. Right, here we go. Chris Kamara at Barnsley. It's a counter attack. Bennett has got quite a way to run. Engages. That's a good goal, actually, by Mason Bennett. He had a lot to do. And he stuck it in from the angle on the ground with the left foot. May have shot through the pressurising defender's legs, but it flew in the corner. And it's Barnsley 1, Millwall run. Jonesy, listening to you on my daily run makes a difference to listening to rap. I could try and rap if you wanted, Jonesy, but no one wants to hear that, do they? Frankly. Just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Deary me. What is it about Brentford and conceding early? I don't know, but they keep doing it, don't they? Joe, I'd love to see the goal as well. Not happening yet. Loads going on. Brentford 0, Stoke 1. Barnsley 1, Millwall 1. Which I haven't updated on the ticker. And Luton 0, Wednesday 1. Right, let's assume SofaScore is actually working properly. Does that move Sheffield Wednesday out of the bottom 3? No, it does not. But if we were to get... we've got an interesting goal in our Premier League game. If we were to get a Birmingham goal, a goal against Birmingham, that would be good news for Wednesday, and they would move out the bottom 3. Have I got my maths right? No, they wouldn't. -13. Oh, -17. Yes, they would. I will correct myself. West Brom have taken the lead. It's West Brom 1, Brighton 0. Could be a big goal for Big Sam in the Premier League. I'll wait on the goal scorer for that one. West Brom 1, Brighton 0 on 11. And as it stands, I still haven't seen Jacob Brown's goal in the first minute against for Stoke against Brentford. If anyone's got the Albion goal scorer, Hamza's probably got it. Anyone got the goal scorer for me for Albion? Tom, I was feeling quite positive with Swansea in bad form and Watford losing. That didn't last long. Bartley, thank you, Owen. Was it a set play? Anybody? Kyle Bartley, thank you, everyone who's letting me know that in the chat. Paul Merson is now delivering the info. Oh, there we go. I'm going to get to see it. Corner. There you go. There's a really good video, which I'd recommend you watching on the TIFO football channel about Big Sam's blueprint for survival. And they really focused in on all the work he does on set plays. It's a really good watch, actually, how Big Sam works and the areas of detail he goes into that have always worked. So we just worry it's too little too late for West Brom. But can they hang on and get the victory here? Over in the Ipswich game, I'm seeing an attacking set play for Doncaster. I think Bits was saying they were looking sharp earlier in the feed. We're all caught up here on the Super Stream, other than I have not seen Stoke's goal at Brentford, scored by Jacob Brown early on. Ada Costa, Stoke goal from an interception when Ray let go. Dear. Ray has not had the best month or so, has he, the Brentford keeper? A few erroneous moments scuppering his game. We are at about 3:15 now, 3:13. A fair few goals gone in so far. The live league table looks a little something like that, where you have Brentford losing with Watford already having lost. Big chance for Swansea now opening up today. Norwich look like they're already off in the distance, but nice chance for them as well. More from a Swansea point of view in terms of they could literally go above two of their opponents with a victory. Now, in the playoff chase, Barnsley were winning short-lived. Stoke are winning. So that's all very, very tight. Bournemouth have won already. Another goal at Plymouth. Danny Mayer. No goal for Jeffcott again. Down at the bottom, let me remove the banner, and you will see Wednesday are leading Luton. They will hope for a QPR goal, which will make things look very much nicer. The goal difference at the moment have put them level on points if QPR scored at Birmingham, which would move Wednesday out of the bottom three. The goal difference minus 13 for Wednesday, minus 17 for Birmingham. The table shaking itself out. MK Dons 1, Oxford 0 in League One. Not bad news for Ipswich and Doncaster that I've got on in the background here. Let's have a look at your comments. Nat, the Wednesday fan, never stops believing about his Wednesday promotion. Just get out of the bottom three. Yeah. Warnock has had more comebacks than Sinatra. Sermon scores from just outside the box. How old is Sermon now, Liam? He seems to have been around for forever, hasn't he? After a quick splurge of goals in the Championship in the first 6 minutes, quiet now for the last sort of 7 minutes or so. No goals since there. Being told the Stoke goals, a rare pass intercepted by Smith, squared it to Brown to roll home. 34. Woof. Had a good old career, Sermon, hasn't he? Didn't know Warnock was 72. What a guy, hey? Still doing it at such a high level at that age. Incredible stuff. Thomas Holly has got the ball for Ipswich, the keeper. I must admit, I always get this thing. I kind of look over, and every time I've looked over, it's been in the Ipswich half. So my analysis will be as detailed as it looks like Doncaster are on top from what I've been seeing. But if anyone has got any Ipswich fans in, let me know, as Troy Parrott shanks his half volley wide for Ipswich. There is a long goal kick forward, flicked on by Norwood, or flicked back rather by Norwood. We're just seeing some footage from West Brom and Brighton on Soccer Saturday. I think it was a Brighton chance. Just I forget the name of the guy with bleach blonde hair. Muck something, I think. Slid it around the post with the right foot. Chambers clears for Ipswich. And everything, all is quiet in the Saturday Super Stream. Please hit the thumbs up button if you are in the feed right now. Be reacting to every goal as they go in. Only a few so far. In the first minute, it was Brentford 0, Stoke 1. Jacob Brown, I have not seen that goal. I'm going to see a Swansea chance here. Jamal Lowe into the box, drives that one right-footed. Excellent save by Dan Bentley. Tips that over the bar. Then Barnsley took the lead on 2 minutes. Woodrow scored. But Millwall equalised on 6 minutes. Mason Bennett scoring. Wednesday took the lead on 6 minutes as well. Josh Windass with the goal. And in the Premier League, West Brom leading 1-0. Kyle Bartley scored. Although we're hearing about a possible penalty. They're VARing the penalty, although apparently the penalty has already been taken and missed, according to James and Lewis in the chat. Let's have a look. We're looking for a deliberate handball or a arm in an unnatural position. So I guess that penalty's been given because the arm's in an unnatural position and he's like that going into tackle. But hey, I don't know what referees are told anymore. I'm trying to give them a justification. Penalty missed by Gross, smashed off the bar. Thank you, guys, for the updates if you're watching that one. As you know, by my various laments, my TV is down. So we've got one iPad on and I'm relying on you in the Premier League game. We're seeing the penalty now. And Gross hits it against the crossbar. Justice for the joke of my rule. Joke of that rule. There you go. And I'm glad that George worded it that way because who was it? Referee Mason, I think. It's not their fault, is it? If he has to go over to the screen and he's been told arm in unnatural position, he has to give it. But the rule's silly. If was it Furlong? I've only seen the picture once. If he's just jumping up for a challenge and that's an unnatural position where you jump in. I think we all know what handball really is and isn't. And yeah, it's all just very silly now, isn't it? Please, guys, I'm having a very frustrating day. Don't tell me that my iPad's behind. I know it's behind. Go figure, all right? I'm trying my best. Thank God. Need to amend the handball law. It's crazy, isn't it? Just, hey? Isn't it just? They'll do it in the close season or before the Euros, weren't they? Millwall front two selection looking good. Well, I was questioning that, Gazza, wasn't I? Sort of two dribblers up top in Wallace and Bennett. I suppose the thinking is that Barnsley press and sometimes leave themselves open at the back. And you want a couple of runners on transition. Borough hit the post. It was Yokuslu, I think that's pronounced, isn't it? With the handball in inverted commas, let's just say. Penalty was missed anyway. We can move on, hopefully. No championship goals now for 15 whole minutes. Come on, guys, get your acts together. How many games have we got live at the moment? Is it 9? Right, are we finally going to see this goal? They've gone to Clinton Morrison. Obviously, Sky take an ad break, don't they? As the games kick off. And we never saw the Jacob Brown goal. I could check on Twitter, actually, couldn't I? But then that makes very boring viewing while I'm looking at my phone as we do the stream. As a player, I don't want Sheffield Wednesday. I assume he means to go down there. It'd be a great derby in the Championship. Well, you're a QPR goal away at the moment from Wednesday being out of the bottom 3. They've been battling and battling. Dave says, how did Wednesday miss that? We will see, hopefully. Is it 0.75 XG? 0.77, I think, when Lock Young Team for a pen on the old XG. Oh, nice word, Iain. A plethora of Reading corners. It sounds like Reading putting some pressure on. Dr. Fell, if I am a effing loser, then I'm an effing loser that knows how to spell your. So goodbye, you're blocked. Deary me. Come on, Birmingham, please win, says Scott. As a Borough fan, I'd take a 0-0 against Cardiff. Every point's a prisoner. Let's have a look at the live table. Not much has changed. As things stand, Brentford are behind. As soon as I say that, we have a goal at Preston. Long hold between the 6th minute and the 23rd minute, but Preston lead 1-0 against Huddersfield. It's Preston 1, Huddersfield 0. Brad Potts has scored for Preston. So have SofaScore caught that? Yes, they have. And Ipswich Town have the lead. It's Ipswich 1, Doncaster 0. What a goal. Wow. A free kick from Alan Judge. Incredible goal by Judge there. He's way out. And Ipswich lead 1-0 against Doncaster. Brilliant free kick. We'll no doubt see the Preston goal in just a sec. Sorry, I just need to mock the Blue Monday WhatsApp group because that is a hell of a goal. Rotherham 0, Reading 1. I think we saw that coming, didn't we? 26th minute. So 2 quick goals in the Championship. Rotherham 0, Reading 1. You've got to stop this, bits. What a strike from Alan Judge. Hopefully we will see the Preston goal by Potts and the Reading goal in just a second. If you've got the... Michael Morrison. He's coming a bit of a goal machine now. Quick splurge of goals there. And Blackburn have now taken the lead against Coventry. Hopefully we'll see these goals. I'll try and update the ticker, but we've just had 3 quick goals. Right, we're going to see the Preston goal first. Preston lead 1-0 through Potts. Oh, so I think it was Sinclair that went through initially. His chance was saved. It comes back out to Potts, and there's a guy on the line. I think it's Naby Sarr possibly, and he probably should clear it off the line, but he's kind of falling backwards as he tries to clear it. And Potts' shot, dribbles over the line. Right. Here comes the Reading goal. Recycled set play by Richards. Morrison at the back post, showing a striker's instinct there. He heads it down. Johansson saves it, and Morrison pounces right on the rebound and sort of toe pokes it into the back of the net. And that's going to affect the picture at the bottom of the table. Rotherham are behind. At the moment, this is a perfect storm for Sheffield Wednesday. Nearly a perfect storm. If QPR score, it will be. Wednesday are winning. Birmingham are level, and Rotherham are behind. We're just waiting on the Blackburn goal from Soccer Saturday, but Blackburn have taken the lead against Coventry. Ben Brereton, who also scored in midweek, didn't he, against Watford with the goal for Blackburn. Right, let's bring up the live league table. And yeah, you can see not a good day at the moment for Rotherham on 29. Wednesday are leading and on 31 as things stand. a QPR goal would drop Birmingham into the bottom three and bring Wednesday out. A Birmingham goal, on the other hand, and would be really bad news for Rotherham, who would be then 5 points adrift of safety as things stand. Right, we're now about to see the Blackburn goal. I'll just go full screen where we look at this. Big diagonal out to the right-hand side. And Nyambi puts it across. That's a great finish by Brereton. Hits it first time, edge of the box, right-footed. Kind of cuts back across it and flies it into the far corner. Nice goal by Ben Brereton. And we have a goal in the Premier League as well. It's West Brom 1, Brighton 1. West Brom had taken the lead through Bartley, and then Brighton had missed a penalty through Pascal Gross. But Brighton are now level. It's West Brom 1, Brighton 1. And it looks like a quickly taken free kick, or was that disallowed? Referee Mason is surrounded by all of the Brighton players. I'm just catching up on this. What happened there? It's Lewis Dunk. I assume he took the free kick before it should have been taken. I don't know what's gone on there. It seemed to glance off a West Brom head on the way in. Is it a goal? Is it not a goal? We had one of these in the Leeds game, didn't we, the other night, where Leeds were playing Southampton and ref presumably was talking to the players, and Ward Prowse took the free kick. I've got no idea what's happening here. Referee Mason has given the goal. Graham Potter doesn't even celebrate. He's like, what on earth is going on? Very peculiar goal. If anyone's watching that game and can figure out what went on there. But Dunk has scored for Brighton with a quickly taken free kick bent around the wall. Sam Allardyce, the set-piece master, getting done by a quick set play. Incredible stuff. What went on there? Did he blow in time? I don't know. This is one where even the pitchers won't tell you, will they? Because you don't know what the ref's saying to the players, or at what point he says, yes, you can take it, or whether he says, wait for the whistle, or God only knows. If only there was a way that we could hear what the referee was saying. Anyone watched any rugby ever? Sky are just showing their 100th replay of that. This is the sort of content I'm into, though. Is it just me, or does Lewis Dunk look like Neil from The In-Betweeners? Blake, someone? I can't remember. Didn't he score that goal in that soccer aid? Okay. Oh, has it been disallowed? Oh. Oh, that's tremendous. After all of that, no goal. No goal. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, we'll have a look at that one in the Dearly Departed show. Weird. Heidi, I think it'd be good to hear what the ref says like rugby. Yeah. I mean, we'd know exactly what was going on there. I'm sure the Premier League will let us know. Blake Harrison. There we go. What happened, Annie? Did someone explain it to me? I've got no idea. What would be really funny is if a different player steps up and pings a free kick in the top corner now. Yeah, George says, watch them. Refs messed up. Can't be blowing your whistle while keepers are setting up a wall. Apparently he blew a second time before the goal went in. Deary me. We've got another goal at Blackburn. I think I saw that flash up. No, disallowed. Sorry. Coventry had the ball in the net. The West Brom scoreboard says decision no goal. But not why. Paul Merson is absolutely laughing his backside off because he's got no idea what's going on. And that is referee Mason, isn't it? Coventry scored offside. These refs trained at the circus. Hey, Noel, circus performers are very skilled people. I've worked with many in my time doing theatre stuff. Don't assume don't assume any ineptitude on their part. Long story short, ref messed up, blew the whistle too early, tried to backtrack, second blow of the whistle, chaos. Goodness me. Premier League and VAR are like an unhappy married couple, always disagreeing with each other. Aren't they just? Anyway, Coventry had the ball in the net. We were looking at the live championship table, and it tells us that Brentford are in sniping distance of Swansea if Swans can get in front against, Bristol City. Bristol City at home. Right, I think Dunk's gone back into his centre-back position now, and Johnston's got the ball, and all his the world returns, the universe returns back to order. So, look, a Swansea goal, as things stand, would put them into second, given that Brentford are losing and Watford have lost. Reading are leading, so they're looking good, which knocks Bournemouth back down to sixth as things stand, although a Cardiff goal would usurp Bournemouth and put Cardiff back into sixth. Barnsley were above Cardiff, but Millwall equalised. Stoke are winning. So nice, tight playoff race at the moment, looking good for Reading and Bournemouth. They're potentially going to stick 2 points on Cardiff and Barnsley, but Stoke would also be the beneficiaries there. In the middle of the table, Preston are leading through that Brad Potts goal, which is bad news for Huddersfield, much lower down there in 19th. At the moment, Wednesday are having the best day at the bottom. They're leading at Luton, knowing that a QPR goal at Birmingham would put Birmingham into the bottom three and Wednesday out of it. All makes sense? I hope so. Let's have a look at your comments. Is Automatic still up for grabs in the Championship? Absolutely. Absolutely, indeed. Let's update the ticker. How are we doing with this? Swansea, Bristol City, Rotherham 0, Reading 1, Barnsley 1, Birmingham, Preston 0, Blackburn 1, Coventry 0. Ipswich we can update on the Twitter, on the ticker, the very last one. There we go. Right, let's get back into the comments. Borough doing a fair bit of attacking. We can update West Brom as well. Yeah, far more helpful if you tell me which scores to change rather than just ticker, because I've got 10 of them to look at and 50 things to do at once. But thank you. Who was that? Richard in the chat. Anything else in here? Annie, we've been hopeless. Swansea deserve to be 3-4 up. Hopefully there's a Pearson masterclass. Well, not sure it is if you should be 3 or 4 down, but hey, plenty of time to go. Just having a look at Alan Judge's goal again for Ipswich there. What a beaut there. Free kick from way outside the box. Ipswich lead. Go on, let's indulge myself and have a look at the league. I'm not going to have a look at the League One table because Cardiff have just taken the lead against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough 0, Cardiff 1. Is it going to be 7 straight wins for Mick McCarthy? And they'll be back into the playoff spots, won't they? Middlesbrough 0, Cardiff 1. I'll look up the goal scorer because Sky. Oh, no, it's Sean Morrison again. So I'm guessing one of Neil Warnock's favourite students there. I'm guessing that one will be a set play. We will see when Sky come back from their break. But that puts Cardiff back into the top 6 spots. There you have it. And Mick now in his 9th game, it will be 2 draws and 7 straight victories. Holy hell. Incredible stuff from Cardiff as it stands, heading for a 7th straight victory. Didn't see that coming, says Owen. You don't with Mick, do you? No surprise. Stephen says the opposite. Craig says, as a Leeds fan, I can certainly say football in the Premier League is not as entertaining as the Championship. VARs and players falling at the slightest touch. Well, Craig, we have plenty of players falling at the slightest touch. Don't worry about that, but no VAR. Cardiff off 7 in a row. Yeah, well, don't know if they'll quite make champions, but winning all your games would help, wouldn't it? Goodness me. Big Mick is doing it again. It's amazing what he can do with a good squad, isn't it? And some money behind them. Well done, McCarthy. Working his magic again. Absolutely. Tell you this for now. Gordon is insane. We're talking about Preston winger on loan for Everton winger on loan for Preston. Got it the wrong way round. Bristol City have been so bad. Haven't even got a shot, says Brandon. Afternoon to you too. James, we're coming up half time. Let me update the ticker to stick that Borough goal on it. It is West Brom 1, Brighton 0, Brentford 0, Stoke 1, Swansea 0, Bristol City 0, Rotherham 0, Reading 1, Borough. Oh, I've done that the wrong way round, haven't I? I'm sure I'll get 18 comments telling me that in just a second. There we go. That is the right way round. Borough 0, Cardiff 1, Barnsley 1, Millwall 1, Birmingham 0, Rangers 0, Preston 1, Huddersfield 0, Blackburn 1, Coventry 0. Coventry had a goal disallowed. Luton 0, Wednesday 1. Ipswich 1, Doncaster 0 in League 1. And that is the size of everything. About to see the Sean Morrison goal on my feed. Or are we not? We're going to hear more from Paul Merson about this mental free kick that was scored and then disallowed by referee Mason, who certainly appears to blow his whistle. I think I need audio to judge that. But anyway, I'm sure that will be deconstructed and broken down over and over again. I'm more interested in seeing Sean Morrison's goal now. Tom says Cardiff could get automatics at this rate. Well, let's see if they get through today. But goodness me, James, I've boycotted Gillette Soccer Saturday for the Benjamin Bloom Super Stream. It's a way of life. Very, very kind. And Marco's Acker is looking good. There we go. Happy days. Today feels unfamiliar. Sorry, Alistair, I'm going to stop because it is Luton 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Could be a big day this for Wednesday. Izzy Brown back in the team at the club he was on loan at last season. And they are 2-0 up. Here comes the Cardiff goal. Will Volks, long throw. And Sean Morrison just flicks it into the corner. Oh, Neil Warnock will know all about that, won't he? And back-to-back goal-scoring games for Sean Morrison, who flicks the header into the corner. There you go. You agree with me, Annie. Long throw in. Warnock will be fuming. Anything else in the chat? Glad Norwich have played Cardiff twice. Nice. Bristol City are being run ragged. Should be a Swansea goal. Looked over the line. It's coming. Yeah, Bristol City fans are not suggesting this 0-0 is a viable performance yet. Ladapo blazed over from 5 yards, but at least he connected this time. I thought Ladapo was a good player, Iain. Never mind. Not having a good couple of games. I'm just waiting to hear about the Wednesday goal, Craig and Dave. I could just look up the goal scorer, couldn't I? No, because I'm going to find out right now because Bianca Westwood's on my screen. So I assume they're about to show that goal. Patterson again. God. His cross gets blocked. He plays it back. Swung in, headed clear, and woof. Hammered in again for a second goal by Josh Windass. I thought we were going to get another scruffy Callum Patterson goal there, like we've become connoisseurs of in the Championship. And there we go. Josh Windass makes it 2-0. Let's update the ticker there. It's Luton 0, Wednesday 2. Although the icing on the cake for Wednesday may occur at Birmingham, because at the moment, that's what's keeping them in the bottom 3 with 13 to play for most teams now. Another free kick for Ipswich. Alan Judge has already socked one in the top corner. Sticks it in the middle, headed clear by Doncaster. Ipswich winning 1-0 and presumably closing in on a takeover from all the reliable sources we are hearing from. We're coming up half-time now. Let me know when your game reaches half-time. And there is the goal that Sheffield Wednesday fans wanted and QPR fans wanted. It has happened. It's Birmingham 0, QPR 1. Birmingham 0, QPR 1. This could be very bad news for Aitor Karanka. Birmingham 0, Rangers 1. Sheffield Wednesday, if we go to the league table, and I've done my maths correctly, Sheffield Wednesday will now be out of the bottom 3. Rangers have the lead. It says that man again, so I'm assuming Charlie Austin has scored, but we'll find out in just a second. And there you go. Let me bring up the split screen. And Wednesday are out of the bottom 3 as things stand. They're 2-0 up at Luton. Birmingham are now behind. It's confirmed Charlie Austin is the goal scorer. A strong candidate for signing of the season, Charlie Austin. How good has he been? Rangers lead, Birmingham behind, Wednesday leading, and all looking good. If you're a Wednesday fan, all looking very bad. If you're a Blues fan, let's see if we can see that goal. No, they've gone to Glenn Johnson and Swansea and Bristol City. Everything I'm hearing from people watching that game says Swansea are well on top. Whether we see any chances on the Sky feed or not remains to be seen. That's Karanka gone, says Lewis. That's not an unreasonable theory. Wanted to say hi to Brian. Afternoon, Brian. Luton are 2-0 down. Not good. Do I want to read that out, James? Probably not. Be shocked if Dan Bentley is still with us next season. Yeah, he's been good. He's been good since he signed for Bristol City, not just this season. Has he? Looking ominous for Rotherham, says John. Actually, that's a good point John makes. I didn't factor Rotherham into that equation. Although Rotherham would rather, I think, a 4-team race rather than fourth bottom go. Anyway, right, we're going to see this goal for QPR clipped into the back post. And, of course, there he is. No one better in the 6-yard box, is there? Charlie Austin, done it all his career, arriving at the back post and slams it in from a couple of yards out. And QPR lead 1-0. Very, very bad news for Birmingham. Very, very good news for Sheffield Wednesday, for sure. That one. Right, let me know when your half times come up. Bristol City have just tweeted that it's half time. Luton have tweeted work to do. They are 2-0 down. I'm just seeing some more footage from this balmy West Brom game. Ooh, good chance for Brighton. Brighton, the worst XG team in the world, as we've heard this team. Actually, I was going to look, Box. Ipswich are leading. Are they creeping up the League One table? I wonder. Is Paul Lambert going to leave them closer to expected than the playoffs? Look, 2 points off potentially now. Goodness me. Ipswich 2 points off the playoffs as things stand. I'm going to be at the Barbers at 9:30 a.m. on April the 12th. All booked. Happy days. Jeffcott not scored in 3 super streams. Yeah. What is he up to? A lull for Jeffcott, who scored in all of the first super streams. Bentley has been a hero for Bristol City. Only reason they aren't 3 down. Yeah, good keeper. Half-time at Brentford. Brentford behind to Stoke. An early goal. Big chance for Maitland-Niles, says Hamza in the West Brom game. Can I give my verdict on the brawl between Bournemouth and Watford? My favourite Royal Rumble is 1992 when Ric Flair wins. This was an attempt at the Royal Rumble, wasn't it? But there we go. Iain, from a Rotherham perspective, 3:15 minutes without a goal. Never looked like scoring. Can only see a 0-1 or a 0-2. Hope I'm wrong. I've seen it all before. 7 times. 7 times? Many times. Several times. I can't read. Deary me. Kieran, I'm watching the Swan games. 77% possession, 12 shots to 0. Yeah, you got to take those chances, my friends. Right. Let's reset everything here. If I click a button, we can get all the scores up, not as a ticker. We'll get them all up on the screen. How do I change that? Have I done it? Here we go. Save. Right, here are our scores. All up on the screen and not ticking. So, West Brom 1. Brighton 0. Bartley with the goal from a set play. And then that weird business of, who was it? Dunk stuck the free kick in. And Brighton also missed a penalty, didn't they? For a weird handball. Strange old game at West Brom. But West Brom lead 1-0, which is very good news for them and for my dearly departed videos as well. We need a bit of a challenge. Fulham have been providing one. Can West Brom follow suit? Brentford 0, Stoke 1. I have not seen the goal. I've heard it was an error from David Raya, who's not had a great month or so. Has he in the goal for Brentford? And Brentford gone behind early in a few games in the last sort of 5 or 6, haven't they? Swansea 0, Bristol City 0. Everything I'm being told is that Swansea are having lots of shots, but not many big chances. Rotherham 0, Reading 1. Michael Morrison heads at goal, parried out by Johansson, and Morrison comes back in and pokes that one home. Good news for Reading, especially given already a win for Bournemouth. Stoke are leading, and Cardiff also are leading as well. Middlesbrough 0, Cardiff 1, as I just mentioned. Long throw from Will Vaulks and Sean Morrison heads it in. Tremendous stuff. Mick McCarthy on course for a 7th straight victory with Cardiff. Brilliant stuff. Barnsley 1, Millwall 1. Barnsley led very early in that game through Woodrow and Mason Bennett. Nice equaliser from him on 6 minutes. So 2 very early goals in that one. And Barnsley, a lot of their rivals are winning now. Cardiff are winning, Bournemouth have won, Reading have won, and Stoke are winning. So a draw on the surface is okay given Barnsley's run, but they're going to give up points to a lot of their rivals. Do have a game in hand, obviously, though, don't they? Birmingham 0, QPR 1. Really bad news for Birmingham, especially given Sheffield Wednesday's result. Birmingham are currently in the bottom 3. That could all change, obviously. Preston 1, Huddersfield 0. Brad Potts I think it was Naby Sarr on the line. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that. Could he have cleared that? I don't know, but Potts reacting early after Sinclair went through. Blackburn 1, Coventry 0. Maybe the goal of the day. Lovely finish by Brereton, reversed with the right foot back across his body into the corner. Luton 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Windass with both. The first one from close range. The second one, a blasted finish with the right foot into the top corner-ish after a not too convincing bit of defending from Luton. And in League One, my lot Ipswich, I should put League One down there, shouldn't I? Let me just do that. My lot Ipswich are 1-0 to the good. Alan Judge, much maligned by Ipswich fans, but bends a free kick in from 30 yards with the right foot. Get your comments in on the first half if you're watching the game. Get your thoughts in for the second half. Things looking good if you're a Sheffield Wednesday fan, and for those teams chasing into the playoff positions. In the automatic race, we've had a defeat for Watford already. We've got Swansea knocking at the door, and if they can score, the door is wide open because Brentford are behind for what would be a fourth defeat in 5 were they to not get anything from this home game against Stoke. Right, let's have a look at your comments. Alistair, sorry, I didn't read one of yours earlier, did I? We got caught by a Wednesday goal, didn't we? Very good first half. Huddersfield on top, basically, till we scored. Started to match their intensity. Been a good game for the neutral. Lewis says Borough will win this game. They've been the better side. Jeff Lermer has been involved in about 5 Royal Rumbles since coming to England. Didn't Stone Cold Steve Austin win 3 Royal Rumbles? Lovely stuff. What else have we got here? John. Well, I know how it feels to be mugged right now. How we aren't winning, I don't know. Interesting. Now, watch Nigel Pearson rectify things during the halftime and Bristol City get something from the game. Well, they're already getting something from the game, but it sounds like Swans are on top from everything we've hearing. Bristol City have subbed to avoid an inevitable red. Deary me. Given some trouble by wing-back Connor Roberts. Says Purple Bungalow. So bad, says Nick. Windass just sitting between midfield and defence. Nobody picking him up, controlling the game. Be lucky if this isn't a hammering. That doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound like Luton either, does it? Normally far more competitive than that. I'm getting fed up with Brentford. Keep getting to within the summit. Then going, no thanks. I'm sure Brentford fans are getting extremely fed up with that pattern. One thing I'm not fed up with, lovely, is Owen, super chat. Here's for some extra papadums for tea. That is absolutely tremendous, Owen. Very, very kind. I will drink to that. You too can support via super chat anything, anytime during the show. I'm just going to put that, being as we've gone through all of those scores, I'm going to put that as a ticker so you can see it across the bottom. That would be completely the wrong one. There we go, guys. And I was going to put that one up. There we go. Okay, let's get back into your comments. Brian, Luton poor today, 1 shot on goal. Need a couple of changes. Who would you bring in, Brian, into the second half? George, I'll deal with referee Mason and this debacle in the Dearly Departed show because I'll need to have a really, really good look at that one. But it looks an absolute mess. I feel a bit sorry for a Dunk who didn't look like he did a lot wrong, did he, if the whistle had blown. What are they on at QPR? A winning run. Owen, I need Barnsley game to stay 1-1 and Reading to stay 1-0. Is that for your Forest playoff chase? Deary me. Rhodes hat-trick coming up, says Luke. Unlikely. Sorry if you just heard some interference there. I think that was my phone. Oh, that is making a weird noise. Let me put it over here. Very, very irritating. He's right in line, and when he sees it going, he blows his whistle. Not good. Michelle Owen is at the Plymouth game. This is the last time I will mention Michelle Owen. I bet it's not. On Austin Power. I like that. Oh, Luton have already changed their system, have they? Not good news for the Hatters today. Forest playoff chase. More chance of Derby doing it. We played a game. Well, look, let's assume that nobody outside of the current top 10 is going to make a playoff chase, and we'll talk about it when they're in the top 10. Tends to be the best thing. Deary me. Get the Welsh name right, not Owen. Phonetically, Owain. Just a friendly jibe. Great work. I try my best. I'm an Englishman who only speaks one language fairly reasonably accurately with an okay vocabulary. But if the standard is I have to pronounce everybody's name in the language of their mother tongue, I'm going to struggle. But thank you for the actual Owain. I should do because he's been very kind with super chats. But there we go. I had Lewis Dunk to score in the first half. Bet no. I don't think he was on free kicks at all, Lock. Yes, was he? I think he just saw a big gap while Johnston was over lining up his wall and just thought fast, didn't he? So try having that name in Oz. Yeah, dearie me. Missing Cornick. Is he on the bench, Brian? Right. It's 4 p.m. now. Let me know when your second half kicks off. Those are the scores. I will reiterate our technical difficulties that we've had today. The TV, I must have done something when I did the hoovering. I must have pulled on the antenna or something, or because when I sat down with about 2 minutes, which I normally do, and just switch my TV on before the watch songs, it wasn't watching. So it wasn't working even. We're on the iPad here, but yes, I do understand. I am aware of how technology works. The iPad is behind the Sky feed, but we're nice and quick on the draw with the Bet365 app for the goals going in. So keep me updated. I've got the Ipswich game at the corner of my eye here against Doncaster as well. If it's any consolation to Luton fans, I'm really surprised at how it's gone so far. Well, a pleasant surprise, no doubt, for Wednesday fans today. All going very well at the moment. How do I deal with Paul Hurst's terrorist football? I never really saw enough of it. Only 16 games at Ipswich, wasn't it? Try turn it on now. I'll do that. We're playing the IT crowd game here. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yeah. I just need to press some buttons, but I need half an hour to look at it. Not programmed, it says. Anyone know about TVs? It's an LG telling me it's not programmed. And don't answer, oh, you got to program it, Ben. I get that. Wednesday not scored more than 2 all season. Oh, it could happen. The Middlesbrough Twitter tweets, 1 goal in it. Come on, Borough. Right, second halves should be starting. Oh, thank you, Sean. Cornick, Ray, and Mpanzu on. Ince, Craney, and Morelos. You mean Morel? Yeah, Morelos off. Yeah, Cornick on for the second half. There you go. Almost like the Luton fans know what's going on. I'll do it later. I don't know how to do it off Pat. We're doing okay, I think, hopefully. Hopefully you're enjoying the Saturday Super Stream Jeff Stelling's yelling at Paul Merson, I assume, trying to get a nice little clip that can go on YouTube. Outrage sells. Warnock set his team up for a 0-0, so what's he going to do now? Change it, you would reckon. That's the big issue. James, now you've stitched yourself up there by assuming I live in Suffolk. I live in Bedfordshire, my friend, so you'll have to come up with a different jibe for that one. But my wonderful parents do still live in lovely Suffolk. Windass is on a hat-trick, isn't he? Lots of substitutions at halftime. Looks like Huddersfield have made one as well. Oh, Bits has been awful all stream, Stephen. Is he still in here? US jokes every 5 minutes. Unbelievable from Bits. He knows exactly what he's doing as well. Deary me. There he is. Oh, dear Bits. If this takeover doesn't happen, well, that would be the most Ipswich thing possible, for get all excited and then the takeover doesn't happen at all. There we go. You're welcome, James. Second half at the Liberty. Thanks, Anir. Remember Prime Soccer Saturday. God, George Best, Rodney Marsh, Frank McClintock. Deary me, in the bin. Who's that, Bits or James? Right, second half's all kicking off, says my Twitter on the phone, not as in like the Bournemouth-Watford game did, but as in actually kicking off. 2 changes for Barnsley, Halmer and Civic off. I can't put Bits in the bin. He's my actual friend. I've met the guy. We're off at Rotherham. Rotherham down 1 to Reading at the moment. There you go. That will sort out a team playing for 0-0. I'm absolutely biased, aren't I? Aren't I just the worst? I'm terrible, Annie, aren't I? Deary me. Biased against everyone. At least with this fetching shirt I'm wearing today, I can't be accused of it being... I mean, what football shirt does this look like? It doesn't look like anything, does it? Reckon Birmingham will stay up if we sack Karanka and get someone else in. Depends who the someone else is, doesn't it, Scott? But hey, it may work. That is fake news, Liam. It was absolutely accidental. I can't have that. And we have an equalising goal. It is 1-1 between Blackburn and Coventry. Coventry equalising on 50. Blackburn on a bad run, aren't they? Blackburn won. Oh, and Luton have got a goal back. Interesting stuff. A good moment for Coventry there. One of their rivals down in that bottom 6 is pegged back, and they equalise themselves. A goal for Luton on 50. And a goal for, that's a good shout, actually, Wickham. So I won't wear it if we do Wickham-Norwich watch-along tomorrow. A dirty Coventry shot. Deary me. BB Superstream playing some online FIFA 15 season. Oh, FIFA 15 for the nostalgia. Lovely stuff. Białkowski in a cap. Lovely. The Norwich third shirt. Do you remember that Norwich and Peterborough one they had? I'm thinking Keith O'Neill in my head back in the 90s. Right. Come on, Sky. Show us the Wednesday goal. Show us the Luton goal. Equaliser. What are they? Sorry. Am I on Blue Monday on Tuesday? I think I am, actually. I think it's me and Joe again. Who are we playing? Accrington? Can't think. Too much football. Matty James was the goal scorer for Cov. And Cal Naismith, the goal scorer for Luton. I will update the ticker as Matt Murray comes on my screen. Sorry, appears on my screen. Right, here comes the Coventry goal. Looks like McCallum down the left. He crosses it in. Deep one to the back post. Nodded down by Walker. And half volleyed in by Matty James. Arriving, it's Blackburn 1, Coventry 1. Remember, Rovers are on a 5-game lose streak. I think it's 5. Let me just update that one. Luton 1, Wednesday 2 now. We will wait and see what transpires with that one. Here it comes. Naismith, the former Wigan player. Play anywhere down the left for you, Naismith. Corner. That's a nice goal, actually. Corner put in low. It looks like a rehearsed one there. And Naismith comes across to the near post and just angles the left foot shot in back across the keeper before he is ready. Nice goal by Naismith. 6-game losing streak for Blackburn. There you go. Coventry City, circa late 70s with Tifa Talbot on the front. Not the brown one. That was the worst kit, wasn't it? That came up in the chat the other day. Good finish, says Nick, on the Naismith goal. It was, wasn't it? Nicely worked. I wouldn't assume you would be lying, Owen. What's it like to live near Clinton Morrison? There we go. QPR should be 2-0 up. What a miss. I'm assuming that's gone through on Soccer Saturday, and I'll get to see that right now. Yeah, here we go. Is that Macaulay Bonne down the left? Oh, yes. That does go in the what a miss category, doesn't it? Steph Johansson. You'd want Charlie Austin on that one, wouldn't you? He doesn't miss those type. He doesn't miss any type chances, does he? Former Barnsley players scoring everywhere. Brown, Potts, James. You love to see it. Well, or do you? You love they were still playing for you, but hey, one on loan. Did Potts do well for Barnsley? I don't remember. Brighton, awful missing coming. I look forward to seeing it. Brighton having missed a penalty and had seemingly a strange disallowed goal given against them. Brighton, the XG fails, but I don't care because I'm going over here where Ipswich have gone 2-0 up. I think Troy Parrott might have scored, or James Norwood has. Everyone's around James Norwood. All smiles from the Ipswich players. Set play. In from the right-hand side. Punched away by Balcombe. Headed back in by Bishop. And James Norwood. There's a vital little touch by a Doncaster player on the way through. And James Norwood has scored 2 in 2. And it looks like Ipswich are going to win 2 in 2 against top 6 teams. Here comes that Brighton chance. Mopai. Oh, how has he missed that? It's Mopai with the initial shot. Forgive me, I keep forgetting the name of that bleach blonde head. Connolly, is it? Yeah, it is. And he just overcooks it, doesn't he? Comes at him on the volley as a hand. I think it would have got disallowed anyway. I think VAR would have had Mopai handball in that, to be honest. But, yeah, Brighton can't get the ball in the net. So 2-0 to Ipswich. We can update that in the banner. Potentially, this week could have been the best week in about the last 10 years supporting Ipswich. Couple of wins and a potential takeover being done. I'm sure it'll all come crashing down around us, as it always tends to. Penalty for Swansea. Swansea have a penalty, says the Bristol City Twitter, on 54 for a handball. We will keep all eyes on Swansea. And we'll see if that penalty is converted. Casey Palmer, handball. And the goal is scored. So Swansea are going to move into the automatics. It is Swansea 1, Bristol City 0. Swansea 1, Bristol City 0. And let's have a look at the live league table. There you go. Swansea on to 62 points. Who took the penalty, anyone? Iain, I would guess, but we'll find out in just a second. Let me update the banner. It could be a good day for Swansea. Brentford are losing. Watford have lost. Let's just update that down there. And we'll go back to the comments. Someone didn't leave their bias. Are you talking about me, Alan? Right, now you've got a good opportunity because everything I've said has been recorded. So play me back a quote of what I said that was biased. A direct quote. Go on. Good luck. Good luck. Mayhew with the goal. Oh, actually, I'm going to see it now. Casey Palmer is pointing at his chest. Oh, Brentford have equalised. 56. Brentford 1. Stoke 1. All going on at the top of the table. Brentford have equalised now against Stoke. Was looking like a very good day for Swansea. And Luton have equalised. Wow. Well, Wednesday was looking great. It's Luton 2, Wednesday 2. From 2-0 up to 2-2 within 58 minutes now. Yanel is the goal scorer for Brentford. And Sheffield Wednesday, naughty. They were 2-0 up. Everything was going for them. What was that switch at half-time? It was Cornick on for Luton. Jim, I'm sorry. I feel you. I feel you. Get in there, Yanel, says Tom. Hopefully we'll see that goal. Ryan Tunnicliffe is the goal scorer for Luton, ex-Millwall player. I think he went on loan at Ipswich, didn't he, as well, Tunnicliffe? Every kind of average youngster in a Premier League team went on loan at Ipswich at one point under Mick McCarthy, didn't they? Let's update the ticker. And we'll await to see the goals. But it's a Brentford equaliser against Stoke, and it's a Luton equaliser against Wednesday. So impactful goals at the top and the bottom. Brentford tweet, no keeper is getting anywhere near that. The ball breaks to Vitali, 25 yards out, takes a touch, lashes it into the top corner. So there's the top of the table. Swansea will still be going into second, but now Brentford are 1 goal away, obviously, from 3 points, whereas 5 minutes ago they were 2 goals away from 3 points. And down at the bottom, if I remove the banner, you will very much notice that Sheffield Wednesday are now back, not only in the bottom 3, but second from bottom with that. Can we call it a second half collapse? Is that unfair without even having seen any of the game? Second half collapse from 2-0 up to 2-2. But still plenty of time to go. Let's have a look at your comments here. That's the end of the Swansea game. When they get their noses in front, the match is over, particularly at home. Another big goal. It's Barnsley 2, Millwall 1. Barnsley had led in that one in the first half. A very bad 5 minutes for Stoke now, because Stoke had gone above Barnsley, hadn't they, in the table. Barnsley 2, Millwall 1. Barnsley had led early through Woodrow. Then there was an equaliser from Bennett. Now Barnsley lead again on 59. 2-1. Barnsley a goal. We're about to catch up on the Gillette show with all of the goals. I will describe them to you as I see them. Let me just update other ticker down there. And we're going to see Janelt's goal for Brentford first. It's Fosu down the right. Janelt touch. Left footer just lashes it into the top corner. So a great goal by Vitaly Janelt. We've had a few good ones today in the Super Stream. Brereton, Janelt, Judge, some lovely goals. That was right into the top corner with the left foot. If anyone knows the Barnsley goal scorer, let me know in the chat. Helic, thank you, Aaron. So I'm assuming that was from a set play. Here comes the Tunnicliffe goal on my Sky feed. Ball into the channel. I guess that's Adebayo in the sunshine. Down the left, he crosses it low. And Tunnicliffe, great third man run from midfield, slides in, lashes it home. 2-2. El Collapso for Sheffield Wednesday. We've got to see the Helic goal as well. And then I'll go to the live league table. Helic's goal went in on 59 to put the Tykes of Barnsley 2-1 up. I'll check the ticker in a minute if there's any mistakes. I'll just have a look at that goal. Ball comes out of the sky. It's nodded on by Anderson. It's quite a nice finish, actually, by Helic. Didn't he get a double in one of the games recently, Helic? I think he scored 2 in 1, didn't he? Obviously, I updated the Blackburn score, not the Barnsley score. So there we go. Right, let's have a look at the live league table, which tells us that Swansea, having taken the lead, are now going to be on 62, but Brentford have just equalised and are closing in at the top of League One. Lincoln have just equalised against Plymouth as well. Bournemouth with Reading and Cardiff both winning are dropping out of the top 6 despite their victory. We potentially have Reading, Cardiff, Bournemouth and Barnsley all winning on the same day, which is good news for all of them, but it's only really bad news for Stoke chasing them. For those teams, they would have hoped if they win that at least one of their direct rivals would draw. But no, the tide is rising in the playoff picture there. Still a 6-point gap between Watford and Reading as things stand. Down at the bottom, it's all gone wrong for Sheffield Wednesday since half time. They were 2-0 up. They're now level at 2-2 with Luton, which means that despite the fact Birmingham and Rotherham are losing, Wednesday are not going anywhere fast themselves. And you can see, we talked about the rising tide, didn't we? It's definitely stopped down at the bottom of the table now. Other than Derby in 18th, nobody is winning games there. You see Wickham have got 2 wins in the last 6, but they're so far adrift, it doesn't feel like it's going to do a lot unless they win again tomorrow in a literal top against bottom match. But everything is now dropping below a point per game down the bottom there and significantly below. Look, Birmingham 31 points from 33. Rotherham 29 from 31. Wednesday 29 from 32. Yes, I accept 6-point deduction. But if we drop below a point per game, then my 10-year average of 45 for safety is looking pretty accurate if you're a Coventry fan or a Huddersfield fan. Those teams are 10 and 9 points off that total with 13 games to go. Where are we? We're about 65, 70 minutes into the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Let's have a look there. Guy doing the Millwall watch long, not having a good day. His next door neighbour been banging on his with a hammer. Is that Dan for Lions TV? Oh dear. There's a guy, Marco, who lives just over there who's got a leaf blower. And honestly, I've watched him out the window a couple of times. So there'll be a load of leaves, yeah? and I'm going to have a rant about this. There'll be a load of leaves, and they're like up against the fence, and he goes out, and presumably he's retired, and he's really happy to have his leaf blower, and it's a nice shiny thing that he can plug in that makes a nice big noise. But he just blows the leaves into a different, it like blows them around in a circle. I swear if you took a picture pre-leaf blowing 30 minutes of horrible noise to post 30 minutes horrible, it looks, there's the same amount of leaves there. It's ridiculous. This is like a Curb Your Enthusiasm sketch. I'm going to shut up because it's Swansea 1, Bristol City 1. And it's the first goal of the Nigel Pearson era at Bristol City. He took charge properly on Wednesday after the Borough game. And Bristol City have equalised in this one. And that's good news for Brentford up there because that table hasn't updated itself just yet. But Brentford are going to go back into second spot with that goal. We'll find out who scored it. Anyone on the chat can give me the Bristol City goal scorer. It is 1-1 in the Bristol City Swansea game. Not a good day for the top teams. Norwich play tomorrow, obviously, but Swansea drawing, Brentford drawing, and Watford lost. So Norwich could really potentially streak away even more tomorrow. Naki Wells, the goal scorer. If you want to hear more about the leaf blower, don't even start me on the model plane club that's literally over the A6 just over there. Don't even start me about that, but I'll sound like one of those angry, not in my backyard type homeowner type people. But yeah, the leaf blower is just, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Is it illegal if I film him without his knowledge? I'll film him one time and show you. Ridiculous. Brad Parts genuinely baffles me. You'd have thought after scoring in the box he would try and take a shot, but he still tries 495 long shots per game. Well, he's on the score sheet today, Alistair. Right, here we go. We're going to see this Naki Wells goal. And I can tell you that Preston have just gone 2-0 up. I hope that's a long-range shot from Brad Potts just to annoy Alistair after that comment. So into the box, I think it's Viner went in. Good finish by Wells. Really good finish that. Cut back, and Wells, first time with the right foot, arrows it into the corner. It's a really nice finish by Naki Wells. And it looks like Huddersfield are losing and Preston are winning today. Preston 2, Huddersfield 0. We'll update the ticker to say that Bristol City have equalised and that Preston are now looking good at 2-0. Although we said that about Wednesday, didn't we, at half time? Wow, Plymouth are losing as well. Good day for Lincoln potentially here as we await and find out who scored for Preston. Potts didn't take a long shot and passed. Who scored then, Alistair? Leaf blower, boys and their toys. Unbelievable, Alan. Unbelievable. I'm trying to think of a good analogy for the leaf blower, dude. It'd be like having a broom and sweeping the kitchen, but then where are you sweeping the stuff to? You're just going round and round in a circle. What are you gaining? Boys and their toys. Deary me. 20 minutes to go. Oh, Ched Evans, thank you. Let me write that down. Evans is the goal scorer for Preston. 1-0. Magic McCarthy has injected 3 new players. He's going for the jugular. You love to see it. Oh, lovely through ball there. Potts down the left. If that didn't take a deflection, it was a really nice goal. So Evans hits the shot. It just takes a deflection on the way through. Good ball through the lines, though, in the first instance for Potts to put that one in. You can't write Huddersfield off after their 3 goals in 6 minutes. Yeah, that's appearing a bit of an outlier now, though, isn't it, George? I'll enjoy Lincoln fans. I've met them, Iain. 4,000 of them when they played Ipswich in the FA Cup. But yes, you are right indeed. Why is Adam Rooney at Solihull Moors? I think that's called $5,000 a week, isn't it, in League Two? Hull is scoring lots of penalties. I think it's Malik Wilkes. Although some of the best, what do you call it when they come into the penalty box while a penalty's been taken? What's that infraction called? I can't think of the word. Oh, dearie me. Right. What's it called when you run into the penalty box when a penalty box has been taken? What is that word? For some reason, it's slipping my brain at the moment. Too late in the season, we finally found an attack that works. Gordon Sinclair, thank you, Liam. Encroachment, of course, it's called encroachment. Dearie me. Too late in the season, flanking Ched Evans up top. Encroachment, thank you. I got it. I got it, boys. I got it. Malik Silks. If that's a typo, then it's a good typo, that one. Right. Let's give you a time check, guys, on all of these championship games. Tell you where we are. See if anyone's way ahead of anyone else. No, all fairly even. So all over 70 minutes now. Furthest forward, yeah, Swansea and Rotherham are 72, Blackburn 72. So basically we are, with a little bit of stoppage time, about 25 minutes from the end of these 3 p.m. kickoffs, as John Obi Mikel, who should know better, squares up to Saman Godas. Tommy Smith literally pulling him back. Pull me back, God, pull me back. Don't know what was going on there. Right, it's West Brom 1, Brighton 0 in the Premier League. Bartley could be a big win for Big Sam. They can keep the clean sheet. Bit of an odd clean sheet, that one, but hey, they all count. Brentford 1, Stoke 1. Brown for Stoke, and a great goal by Janelt for Brentford. Swansea 1, Bristol City 1. From the spot, Ayew and Wells with a nice right-footed finish not long afterward. Rotherham 0, Reading 1. Morrison following up his own header. And John Taylor has just scored for Doncaster against Ipswich. Let me have a look at this. Poked through. He's on the right-hand side of the box. And nice finish by Taylor. Into the corner. Ipswich 2, Doncaster 1. We've already seen Sheffield Wednesday be 2-0 up and pegged back to 2-2. Let's see if it happens to my lot. Ipswich. Right, where did we get up to? Borough 0, Cardiff 1. Sean Morrison. Header from Volk's long throw. Barnsley 2, Millwall 1. Woodrow after 2 minutes. Bennett after 6. Hellick after, where's my notes? 59. Birmingham 0, QPR 1. Charlie Austin just before half-time. Preston 2, Huddersfield 0. Potts in the first half and Evans in the second half. Blackburn 1, Coventry 1. Brereton and who scored for Cov? James. And Luton 2, Wednesday 2. 2 goals from Windass in the first half, but Naismith and Tunnicliffe getting them back on terms. And Doncaster just scored a goal back against Ipswich. Judge and Norwood, great free kick by Judge for Ipswich, and nice finish by Taylor to pull it back to 2-1. Another ex-Miller. They're all over it today. What are you guys saying in the chat here? John Obi Mikel, a blast from the past. You can still find him. And I said on the stream the other day, Maury, I admire him because he's probably a millionaire about 10 times over the amount of top-level football that guy's played. And he's still churning it out for Stoke, isn't he? Brilliant stuff. Brighton should be mid-table. If they could stick the chances in the net, then they could, couldn't they? Yeah, 2-1 Ipswich. I did catch that out of the corner of my eye. What else have we got in the chat? Results just about okay for Wednesday as they are. Yeah, the rising tide is well and truly over, isn't it, Jim? Really levelling out down the bottom there. 1946 to 47, 9 straight wins. That's the record Magic McCarthy is going for. Nice finish by Taylor. Okay, you left your bias at the door for that one, Ben. Actually, you do an amazing job, to be fair, to be serious for a moment. Actually, Alan, you've only questioned my bias as it pertains to talking about Ipswich. Therefore, is that your implicit bias as a Norwich fan to only comment when I talk about Ipswich? It all gets very murky when we talk about bias, but thank you, Alan, for nice comment there, my friend. Have we got another penalty here for Brighton? It looks like we have. As that Welbeck knocks it in and Gross goes down. Are they actually going to score this one, for goodness sakes? Results going our way again. No one can say we haven't had the luck this season. Yeah, I think a little bit of luck, Norwich, but they've been the best team with the best squad and the best player and the best sporting director and the most money, most broadcast money that they haven't missed, have they? I do not believe it. You're telling me that Brighton have missed the penalty. Oh, my God. What is Brighton's XG, anybody? Let me get it up on my phone. Their XG must be about 2.5 and they haven't... Paul Merson's gone mental. Oh, brilliant stuff. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Big Sam is going to love this. Welbeck hits the inside of the post and then when it comes back to him, he shoots again. Of course, he can't score, can he? Because nobody else has touched it. So as soon as Welbeck touches it again, it's a double touch as well. So... oh dear, inside of the post from Welbeck. I'm just going to let me bring up info goal and we'll see what Brighton's XG is. Poor old Brighton. Jesus Christ. Brighton have an XG of 2.08 and have no goals and have missed 2 penalties and had a decent one chalked off. Who'd be a Brighton fan? Big Sam voodoo doll working, absolutely. Birmingham New day. Birmingham are behind. No surprise. Well, at least everyone down at the bottom there is stinking it out equally. Dallas. Poor Ben only had $4.99 donated. I think we've had more than that today, haven't we? And blah blah. That electric don't pay itself. Hey, we're going to sort the TV out first, for goodness sakes. Alistair, we're tuned. I'd love to see Joe Rodwell Grant get a debut. I've never heard of him. I assume he's a Preston youngster. Ipswich defending a 2-1 lead. They are 78 minutes in on iFollow, so probably a little bit further along. I stopped commenting about 3 streams ago when you kept ignoring me. Is it because I have Super Stream and not Patreon? Well, I've just read your comment out, MJ. I don't know what you're talking about. My friend, I'm sure I read one out from you the other day as well. I try my best to read everybody's comments. I can't read them all. I try my best. Please don't take it personally. There's no selection process into the comments whatsoever. Do we have a Swansea goal? Is this fake news or real news? I think it might be fake news. First one for a while. Well, I don't know whether I should apologise, but I'm sorry if I've hurt your feelings in any kind of way. Oh, dear. What we can do is put Soy Pablo. Should we block him or put him in the fake news sin bin? Let's put him in the fake news sin bin. Brentford have taken the lead against Stoke. In he goes into the fake news sin bin. Who was that? Soy Pablo. Bristol City have taken the lead against Swansea. What a moment for Brentford. Unbelievable. So Tony has scored for Brentford and Bristol City are leading at Swansea. It's all turning around at the top of the table. Goodness me. Brentford go 2-0 up against Stoke. And Swansea go 2-1 down at home to Bristol City within the same minute. Goodness me. We'll see the goals in just a second. Let me update the ticker. It's Swansea 1, Bristol City 2. And Brentford 2, Stoke 1. And I suppose I should go straight to the league table. No, I'm not going to, because Preston 3-0 up now against Huddersfield. Huddersfield are having an awful 2021 so far. Preston 3, Huddersfield 0. We'll see all of those goals come through in just a second. I think that's Ivan Toney's 25th of the season. Scott Sinclair is the goal scorer for Preston. Long ball in, flicked on. Simple goal by Brentford. And Toney, the main man, the top scorer in the division, fires it in. Right-footed. Wow. Middlesbrough 1. Cardiff 1. Carnage in the Championship. Borough have equalised. The Mick McCarthy win streak is in jeopardy here. It is 1-1. Middlesbrough 1. Cardiff 1. And we've had 6 goals in the last 5 minutes. Here's the goal from Bristol City. And it looks like the corner has gone all the way in. And Casey Palmer, who was on loan at Swansea earlier in the season, is the goal scorer. You couldn't write it. Swansea 1, Bristol City 2. I think we've updated everything there. We're just waiting on seeing the third Preston goal and the equaliser for Middlesbrough. Plymouth have scored. Is it Jeffcott? Can we have a Jeffcott goal in the Super Stream for the first time in a while? We will find out imminently, and we will find out who scored for Middlesbrough. They've equalised against Cardiff. Oh, it's all going on in the Championship. Let's have a look at the top of the table, because that was a very good minute for Brentford, that one. In fact, there was a 4-point swing since Brentford, well, got a 6-point swing. No, were they ever winning and losing at the same time? I don't think they are. A big swing. Anyway, Brentford are now are going to 63 points. Here comes the Borough goal. Cardiff can't get it clear, and it's just forced over the line by Paddy McNair. And a red card for Ostigard for Coventry. Would that be the end of the Blackburn losing streak as well? Wow. So, a big swing. There was a time when Swansea were on 62 and Brentford were on 61 today, wasn't there? But now it's Brentford 63, Swansea 59 at the top of the table. Really good minute for Brentford. Birmingham have equalised. Birmingham 1, QPR 1. What a 10 minutes we're having in the Championship here. Just seeing the Scott Sinclair goal. Oh, brilliant. That's a great goal by Preston. Tom Barkhazen runs down the left and crosses it with the outside of his right foot. Sinclair arriving, hits it first time, slams it in. That's probably the best goal I've seen today. There's been a few good ones. Yanel and Brereton as well. Christian Pedersen is the goal scorer for Birmingham. But literally in the space of minutes, 78th minute, Toney for Brentford. 79th minute, Palmer for Swansea, Bristol City, against Swansea. 79th minute also, Sinclair for Preston. 82nd minute, McNair for Borough. 82nd minute also, Pedersen for Birmingham. Have we caught up? I think we have. Birmingham 1, QPR 1. Woof! Let's go to the comments. What a few minutes that one was. This day couldn't get better. There you go, MJ. I'll make sure I read out your comment. Well done, Brum. I feel for the Brum fans. They've had a really bad time. Brum goal, awful for Wednesday. Let's see why. Jim, at the... I'm going to remove your comment so we can see it a little bit clearer. A mental 5 minutes. But yes, we have a little bit of daylight now. Look at that. a 3-point gap as things stand between Rotherham in 22nd and Birmingham in 21st. Yes, I can see that there's games in hand, but remember these teams are operating. Oh, Luton 3, Sheffield Wednesday 2. What is going on? It's a horror show for Sheffield Wednesday in the second half. Even worse news now, they've gone behind. You can see that point has just been deducted from Sheffield Wednesday. Luton have gone 3-2 up. Oh, my goodness me. I was just going to say, yes, they have games in hand, but these teams are operating at less than a point per game. So a game in hand projects less than a point. So it is silly to add on 3 like people do. Oh, my goodness me. Sheffield Wednesday are behind. Adebayo has scored for Luton. Thank you, you guys, for letting me know in the chat. Jim, oh no, Nat, oh dearie me. Go Luton, Adebayo. Luton have come back from 2 down. Wednesday are doomed. There's the Luton goal, called it. Oh dear Wednesday, oh dearie me. Bennett and Pearce go off for Millwall. Oh, it's going to get worse. I'm so sorry, Wednesday fans. Birmingham 2, QPR 1. Oh, my God. It's literally the perfect SHIT storm for Sheffield Wednesday. I don't believe this. Birmingham have now gone 2-1 up. It's an absolute horror show. I just apologise to you Wednesday fans. This is as bad as it could have been in this second half. Everything has gone against Wednesday now, and Birmingham are going to move on to 34 points. And look at that gap now. Look at the live league table. Wow, Halilovic, the goal scorer. I'm just seeing the equaliser, I think, from Pedersen, but there's going to be another goal whipped in. Lovely cross, whoever put that in with the right foot for Birmingham, and Pedersen heads in, and there's going to be another goal. Birmingham scored twice, 82 and 85, and it's gone from Wednesday, we're actually out of the bottom 3 at half-time, to they're going to be 6 points adrift. Wow, my God. It's only football, I know, but wow. What a story developing here. Goodness me. Oh, God. Right, I'll calm down. I blame Chansiri, not even Thompson. What a crazy 10 minutes. Yes, get in Birmingham. And I just missed the Halilovic goal there. He's pulled his shirt off. He's going to get a yellow card. He won't care. We're screwed, says JC Dog. I assume he's a Wednesday fan. Get in there, Blues. Go on, Jay. You love to see it. Incredible stuff. Oh, right. Let me just reiterate what just happened. So, within the space of a minute, Swansea and Brighton swap places. We're just going to see the Luton goal now to go 3-2 up. Adebayo is going to score it, and Panzu plays it out wide. Cornick has got it. He crosses right-footed. There he is on the back post, Adebayo, and sticks it home with the header. What a big 10 minutes. So, on 78, Tony scored, and on 79, Palmer scored. So that swapped Swansea and Bristol City. Then we got this craziness down the bottom. First of all, Sinclair put Preston 3 up. Then McNair equalised for Borough. And then on 82, Pedersen scored to equalise for Birmingham. Then Luton scored on 86. And because the game's a bit behind, on 85 in the other game, Birmingham took the lead through Halilovic. So a massive swing there from Birmingham having 0 points to 3 points, potentially, and from Wednesday having 1 point to 0 points, all in the space of about 4 minutes. Incredible stuff. Incredible. I've got a feeling Bristol City will do well under Pearson. I love that man with all my heart. Now, there you go. 4 minutes of stoppage time there will be at Ipswich. Doncaster with a long-range shot. Ipswich defending a 2-1 lead. Will we get any stoppage time goals? 7 minutes of stoppage time added at Luton. Can Sheffield Wednesday get themselves a point back? 6-point swing in a couple of minutes between Wednesday and Birmingham. And we had a big 4-point swing at the top. I never thought we'd see it again. Do you remember the 6-point and 6-goal swing between Forest and Swansea on the last day of last season? The ticker can't cope. Have I updated all of it? Let me just check everything down there. No, I haven't. Middlesbrough's equaliser is a small story in comparison with all that's just happened. Birmingham 1, QPR 2, we can update as well. And Luton 3. God, there was about 5 scores out there. There we go. As we go into stoppage time in most of these games now, the big story, I think we'd all agree, is that swing for the top 2 for Swansea and Brentford, and also Sheffield Wednesday. My God, leading 2-0 at half-time and Birmingham losing. And both of those results in a 6-point swing by the time we get to the 86th minute. Every game is past the 90-minute mark now. Drama on the Superstream today. I've almost forgot that my TV wasn't working. Thank you for your corrections on the ticker. There's a lot going on, is all I'll say. There we go. All present and correct now. Ipswich game is 1.5 minutes into 4 minutes minimum stoppage time. Will we get a stoppage time goal? Beer time. I think I might join you later. Nat. 4 minutes added on at Oakhall. 7 minutes at Swansea as well. And 7 minutes at Luton. Get comfortable. We're going to be here till past 5 o'clock, aren't we? Goodness me. Fair play, Brumm. Turned it around today. And about 5 minutes before that, everyone's is at the end for Karanka. It's amazing how quick things turn around, don't they? So there are your scores. It's West Brom 1, Brighton 0. How Brighton haven't scored, I've got no idea. Brentford 2, Stoke 1. Come from behind. Tony back in the goals. Swansea 1, Bristol City 2. What a start that would be for Nigel Pearson. Rotherham 0, Reading 1. Reading consolidating in those playoff positions today. Middlesbrough 1, Cardiff 1. Looking like no 7 straight win for Mick McCarthy. Barnsley 2, Millwall 1. Barnsley keep the playoff push going. And one thing I didn't check is, do they go? I hadn't checked. How many points have Barnsley got in comparison? Barnsley will go above Cardiff into 7th place as things stand. Birmingham 2, QPR 1. Huge turnaround there for Birmingham. Full time. Blackburn 1, Coventry 1 is over. Not too much help for both, but Coventry are doing plenty enough, staying above that point per game now, which normally is all you need. 45 points has kept you up on average over the last 10 seasons. Cardiff are not going to get 7 straight wins. It's all over. Borough 1, Cardiff 1. The only ones I hadn't said were Blackburn Coventry 1-1, Preston 3-0 up. That looks like done and dusted. Luton 3-2 up against Wednesday, and Ipswich are 3 minutes and 48 seconds on my iFollow feed into minimum stoppage time. They've gone to Brentford and Stoke, and it looks like Ipswich is full time. Ipswich couldn't win for love nor money against the top 6 side, and then they beat 2 in the space of about 4 days. Incredible stuff, and a potential takeover coming. Stoke boot one over the top on Soccer Saturday, and I assume, other than those huge 7-minute stoppage time games, we're getting full times. Rotherham 0, Reading 1 is a full time. Paul Lambert slaps Matt Gill under the on the back under the co-op stand there at Ipswich. Stuart Taylor is back on the touchline for Ipswich as well. Plymouth have scored a 4th. Has Jephcott scored now? I wonder. Surely not 4 goals without him. Oh, no, Chris. Plymouth score 4. I'm the dude. I can't drink to you. I can. There's a drip. £5 super chat. Mad day in the champ. Just hope Norwich don't slip tomorrow. Goodness me. Thank you very much. Brentford 2, Stoke 1, full time. And West Brom have won. Big Sam wins his second game. Referee Mason having all sorts of bother. Let's close the laptop. That game is done. Goodness me. Big Town win. Absolutely. Barnsley, 5 wins in a row. And remember, Watford's winning streak went today. Cardiff's winning streak has gone today. I think Norwich are 4 in a row, aren't they, as well? But Barnsley, as it stands, out in front in the winning streak stakes. Tom, we've done it. Well done. Brentford, Heidi, Preston win at Deepdale. Hurrah. Horrible home record they've got. 2 clean sheets in a row. Big Sam mobilising there. Barnsley are looking great. Tony is unreal. Things we knew, but still worth pointing out. Well done, Barnsley. Impressed. Right, which games are still live? I think Swansea and Luton had 7 minutes stoppage time, each of them. Didn't they? Sofa Score still thinks there's a couple of live games that aren't. However, it has been crapping the bed a bit today. 94 minutes. Well, who cares about the stoppage time? Because Bristol City have just gone 3-1 up. We don't need to worry about that scoreline changing. We have a late goal for Bristol City. They've gone 3-1 up. What a start for Nigel Pearson. Swansea 1, Bristol City 3. Swansea have only conceded 6 goals prior to today at home. So that's gone up by 50% in one game. 3-1 Bristol City. Absolutely incredible afternoon, particularly in the second half in the Championship. Full time at Luton. Thank you, Jim. Thanks, Ben. You've been amazing. You're very, very welcome. Incredible second half here in the Championship. Have we got full times everywhere? Is Birmingham full time? We're going to... I don't know who scored the last Bristol City goal. I will plead the fifth on that one. Looks like Birmingham is still going. Birmingham 2, QPR 1. Be a huge win for Birmingham. Some big stories in the Championship today. Still awaiting. Ben has made this afternoon bearable. Thank you. Thanks, Ben. 4 a.m. time for bed. Well done, Aaron. Thank you, sir. Come on, you Reds. Brilliant stuff. Right, it's over at Birmingham, and we can assume that Bristol City are home and hosed because they've got a third goal, which I'm about to see. Semenyo says Liam. Fulton plays it back to Woodman. Oh, it's a horrible goal. And it loops up in the air and Semenyo puts it in. He's been so good this season, Woodman. Horrible mistake there. Swansea showing zero steel and fight at the end. Not good. Barnsley 2, Millwall 1. Fair result. We did our best. As long as Barnsley can retain their energy, they have a decent chance of making the playoffs. Well done, Baggies. Big win for Birmingham. David's going to stick his head in the toilet and flush it. Owls lost again. What an afternoon. Sensational second half where the narrative just changed over and over and over again, didn't it? We will finish off by having a look at the live league table. Sensational stuff in the Championship. Would you believe I've just accidentally deleted the ticker? What an idiot. I'm going too fast. I'll just stick that one up at the bottom. We've got that one saved. Right, let's go to the live league table, if I can get my scrolling right. And it will tell us that Brentford close to within 4 points of Norwich. Norwich play tomorrow against bottom side Wickham. Watford lost and Swansea are going to lose because there's about seconds left in that game and they're 3-1 down. Reading, good win for them. At Rotherham, 2 wins in 4 for them. Bournemouth win. Barnsley are now in 7th above Mick McCarthy's Cardiff. Barnsley 5 straight wins. Cardiff were on 6 straight wins and were on for 7, but Borough equalised late on. Playoff picture hotting up. Look at that. Reading 52, Reading 54, Bournemouth 52, Barnsley 51, Cardiff 50, into mid-table. Borough draw, Stoke lose. Bristol City going to be back-to-back wins. The first win for Nigel Pearson in official capacity there. Millwall first defeat in a while. Preston move closer to the top half with their victory. 7 points in 5 for those. Luton up to 41 points now. Luton surely are going to be in the Championship again next season with 41 points at 32 games. Goodness me. Blackburn a point, but the losing streak ends. Forest drew last night, didn't they? QPR first defeat in a while, but they're still at 40 points. Derby drew last night. Huddersfield, the slide continues, but they are 7 points above the bottom 3. The rising tide has levelled out, hasn't it? Coventry doing enough. They're 2 points ahead of a point per game, which is looking like it's going to be enough this season, given what's happening with the bottom 3, who are now adrift because Birmingham have got 6 points in the last 3 games, a vital 3 games for Birmingham. And Rotherham, Sheffield Wednesday and Wycombe are now adrift as a bottom 3, and none of them are above or close to now a point per game. There you go. And West Brom won in the Premier League and Ipswich won in League One. Woo! I am absolutely knackered after that. So thank you for all of your comments. There's Shaylee in the chat. We did have a fun afternoon. It was mental, Shaylee. You've got to come and fix the TV for me now, or at least Google it for me and explain how I need to do it, because I'm terrible at that sort of stuff. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm absolutely knackered and need to go and have a coffee. We're having an Indian tonight, so going to be all good. Assuming the TV's working tomorrow, we'll be doing Wycombe Norwich. If anything ridiculous happens in Leeds Villa, I'll review that for Dearly Departed, or if not, I'll do it early tomorrow morning. But sensational afternoon of Championship football. Hashtag best league in the world. Don't you let anyone tell you otherwise. May not be the best football, but it's definitely the most crazy, isn't it? Thank you, everybody. That was the Saturday Super Stream. You've all been brilliant. Thank you for the super chats. Hit subscribe, hit like before you leave. And I will see you tomorrow for the Wycombe and Norwich game. And it's a big over and out from me. Woo! Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.